and steady. I'll visit my daughter when I get ready. You full of shit, full of shit, full of shit, and you need to quit. Baby, you full of shit, full of shit, full of shit, and you need to quit. You full of shit, full of shit.
All right. Let's kick it off, shall we? So, let me get this going here. Voice chat in Telegram should be up and running as long as the, okay, good. Firewall doesn't block it. Good, good. Things are maybe working. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, I think you guys can hear me, right? Let's see. Song kicked, indeed. Okay. Da 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 da. Right. So let's see. I gotta get the audio routed here for this real quick. But well, while I'm doing that, we can listen to Mr. Frankie Muhammad. AMC protest. AMC investors going from play to play. Hedge fund shows it's like a bar hop, but it's a play hop. It's a stock hop.
As anything that I say in this video is for entertainment purposes only. Whatever I say in this video is my opinion, may not necessarily
I hear
be
it's going to be super
Don't
entertaining
buy,
too.
sell, or hold
That's
the
what I'm
stock
hearing.
because of anything that I say.
Allegedly, supposedly,
in this
hypothetically.
Video. Look, we're being hit from every angle when it comes to our short squeeze play. And they're doing everything as far as working around the clock to try to diminish the effectiveness of the AMC short squeeze play. So, man, I'm going to touch on a few things. Look, hedge funds, because of their ego, their gambling, their greed, the criminal activity in the stock market, and the stock market manipulation, they've created a catastrophe with our short squeeze play, the AMC short squeeze play, as well as other short squeeze plays in the stock market. They've created a catastrophe. You see what I'm saying? And at this point, everybody's involved in what's going on. Hedge funds, short sellers, you got the powers to be involved. And you got politicians involved. They all know about it at this point. And everything that's going on, people are allowing it to happen. And what they're doing is they are allowing criminal activity to be legal as far as our short squeeze play is concerned.
Oh, no.
Until they're able to bring our play to a conclusion. So they're letting them do the stock market manipulation and criminal activity into our play run. You see what I'm saying? And as far as people leaving our short squeeze play, at this point, I really don't care. It's millions of people, man, in this short squeeze play. It's already too many people in the short squeeze play as it is. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, there it is.
So it's either that people gonna be here when the play runs.
Too many people in the short squeeze play. Man, he said it. He said that Frankie said that. There it is. Wow. Okay. Too many people. I got to hear that again. There's already too many people in it. Go home.
Play. It's already too many people in the short squeeze play as it is. You see what I'm saying? So it's either that people gonna be here when the play run, or they not gonna be. That's just
like what, according to the Robert's Rules of Order, like what the it's already too many people in a short squeeze play. I love this. This is fascinating. Bad back, are you there? Can you hear me? Oh, I don't know if you can hear me. Shit. Let's see. All right. Now can you hear me over there in Telegram voice chat? I think you can.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Keep talking a little bit.
Right.
Oh, you're coming through both channels. Interesting.
Let me make sure I got a thing on me.
Oh, no. You're good. You're good, actually. There we go. Yeah. Nice. All right. It's already too many people in the short squeeze play. So
It's too many people.
Too many. Yeah. That's what he says. I don't know.
These motherfuckers are. God, I don't. Yeah, there's nothing to say.
Yeah, I mean, let's let them say it. Let's let him say it.
Millions of people, man, in this short squeeze play. It's already too many people in the short squeeze play as it is. You see what I'm saying? So it's either that people gonna be here when the play run, or they not gonna be. That's just a personal decision, man, that they gotta make. You see what I'm saying? And the more people in the short squeeze, the more people in the short squeeze play, that make it worse for them. So if you get out of the short squeeze play, they want people to get out of the play anyway. You see what I'm saying? And another thing, man, when it come to our play, I'm like, why people still buying all these fake ass shares, these counterfeit shares? There are no more shares, man, when it come to our short squeeze play. Everything, man, that we buy is fake. It's counterfeit. You see what I'm saying? We can't force the play to rip or to squeeze with buying pressure. If you've been in the play long enough, you should understand that. I don't care how many shares you buy. You can buy 1 billion shares of a billion shares of AMC if you want to. You're not going to have no effect, man, on the buying pressure, nor are you going to push the squeeze, make the squeeze happen. The only thing we doing, man, when we buying these fake shares, I mean, if you want to increase your position, fine. But the only thing that we doing, man, when we buying these fake shares is that we making them rich and we giving them money to be able to fight us in this short squeeze play and our short squeeze play, and we giving them liquidity. That's all we doing. And we probably making the situation a whole lot worse. And also, man, let me address this. This is, to the Marine. Look, I applaud you, man, for everything that you're doing as a short squeeze play. And all like I said, just keep up the good work. Everybody fight in the way that they want to fight as far as this short squeeze play. Everybody got different methods that they use to bring awareness. Yours right now is that you're focusing on the protest. My thing is, we took the idea of a protest to the community. And the majority of the people really have expressed, if you're watching, the fact that they don't want to get involved in a protest. You see what I'm saying? Because, some of them feel like the stock is going to get delisted, or some of them, or, when it comes to having a protest, most of the time, it comes as a result of people reaching 100% dissatisfaction. They done tried everything, nothing is working, and they want justice. So they engage in a protest. And like I said, most of the time people they've been and reached 100% dissatisfaction. But with everything that's going on in our short squeeze play, with the criminal activity, stock market manipulation, and everything that's going on in our play, the people still have not reached 100% dissatisfaction. For some reason, they feel somebody's going to step up and do the right thing, and our player's going to squeeze. That's how they feel. So they don't want to protest. So my thing is, at this point, man, I'm not talking about a protest anymore. I'm done with it. I don't care. You see, because I'm not in the business of trying to harass retail investors or force retail investors to do something that they don't want to do.
Okay. Let's see if there's an echo now. We have an echo. Echo. Bad back. Can I get you to speak a little bit? If you're there. I wonder, am I being heard? Oh, I'm not being heard there. No wonder. Okay. Let's try that. But then it's going to go here too. Now it's going to be echoed again. Fuck. Shit. I need another input. Damn it. Okay. Let's try this. Fuck. Hang with me. Bear with me. It's on a new computer, or you know, not the typical one that I used to use for this. So, it's a little strange. Let's see. But you could set up. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll just do it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. So instead of that, I'll just have everything go through one channel. Let's try this. Almost there. Output. This is the input. Oh, okay, bad back. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Keep talking a little bit. I got to make sure that you're being heard.
All right. So we got Frankie, who is, I don't think he understands what a short squeeze play is, for one, because now he's saying they don't need the amount of people they have, and that it's good if people leave, which makes no sense, but nothing he says ever does.
Right. True.
Right. True. I am surprised, though, that he is anti-protest. I would have thought he would have been one of these gung-ho people, like, because as much shit as he talks, I would have definitely thought he would have been power to the people type shit.
Well, remember, he is supposedly an ex-cop, so maybe that has something to do with it. Okay, we're good on the audio now. Sweet. All right. Something finally worked right. Yeah, but that is a little bit surprising. I'll agree with you on that. Like, because besides that, he's very adamant about it. He kind of has that militant kind of vibe about him. Like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would just expect him to say, "Oh yeah, we should be in the streets, and heads should roll. Bring out your pitchforks." But I don't know. Yeah, I'm just wondering what the hell he's going to talk about for another 7 minutes here or whatever. Like, this is only 5.5, not even 5.5 minutes in on a
He
13,
repeats himself.
14-minute video. Yeah, I know. Yeah, and then he's gonna. In fact, I'm just gonna skip ahead and see what he's saying here.
What's going on? Because here's the reality, man. This is how I feel. Nobody is infallible in our play. Nobody is above reproach. Nobody is perfect. When it come to our play, man, everybody got to be, including Aron. In my opinion, that's just the way it is. You see what I'm saying? And see, here's what's going. And this is another thing I want to address. When I'm looking at my notes, here's another thing I want to address. I think our short squeeze play, man, I think it's going to run. I think it's going to be epic. I believe in the play. I think we're going to make a lot of money. And I'm going to tell you, man, what I'm not going to do, which is what some people doing. I am not finna leave AMC and go jumping around from play to play. That's not something, man, that I'm going to do. I think when you do that, man, I think it's a recipe for danger. And I think a lot of people going to get burnt. Here's the reason why. When you look at the stock market, at this point, everybody know the stock market, man, is nothing but a casino. When you're dealing with a casino, the house always wins when you're dealing with a casino. The house, when it comes to the stock market, is the devil and his friends.
It's not a
You see what
casino.
I'm saying?
Right.
And
Yeah, like that's the wrong. And in Model 3 dudes, I mean, he's saying what I was gonna say, but he jumped into GTII. What happened there? Like and
Oh
I was
yeah,
surprised
yeah,
that
he
he
did.
did. I was surprised a little bit because he's so oh, only focus on this. I only invest in this, whatever. But anyway, that was a couple days ago or whatever, last week, I think. But yeah, I mean, a casino. I mean, okay. I did a video about this last year because I read this book about poker. It was talking about it was talking about how it was talking about capitalism and poker, which is probably you know a lot about.
Mhm.
But just how as far as all of the casino games go, poker is somewhat different in that you know it's not just
You're
based
not
on like
playing against the house.
right.
You're
Well, that
playing against people, so you
you're
got
playing against people,
the same amount of odds because
right?
you're playing against people, not the
Exactly,
house.
exactly. And so, you know, it puts more. I mean, it's been a while, but I mean, it puts more on the player, and as far as strategy goes and things like that. So it was comparing capitalism and investing to poker. Said it's more like because people talk about casino capitalism. That's the phrase they say, casino capitalism. And this book said when it was talking about how okay, you can use that analogy, but it's not like a slot machine. It's not like a roulette wheel. It's not like blackjack. It's not like
Right.
craps. Oh, it's maybe more like craps, but it's more like poker, you know, because, yes, you're dealt a hand, but it's how you play the hand and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you don't have any. You're not playing any odds against the house. The house is only taking a cut out of each pot. You don't have to worry about any type of implied odds against the house itself.
Right. Let's see if I can find it. Poker, the parody of capitalism. There it is. That's what it's called. Um, So it was an interesting. I read most of it and I did a video on it, but it's lost to the annals of time. But it says poker is an extraordinary phenomenon. Investigates the game of poker as a cultural expression of significance. Um, Tracing the history of poker, comparing the evolution of the game to the development of capitalism. He talks about casino capitalism and correspondingly facile and simplistic comparisons of late capitalism and poker. He talks about makes a distinction between poker and other gambling games of pure chance, such as roulette and craps. Um, so it was really interesting. But anyway, um, it's just reminding me of that because of what he said. But we were just talking about this too, like with Matt Kohrs used to say the casino's open. And it's not like
Hmm.
it's like, well, the casino never closes. First of all, like the casino is always open, but um, the real casino, but it's not a casino. Like, and one analogy that I did make before was um, last year in a video was, and I forget who said this, but the idea that like if the stock market is like gambling or like the casino, then it's like if you were to walk into a casino and you knew you had an idea based on your research, based on what you knew, you could go to specific slot machines or specific tables because they were more likely to pay out than others. Not like, okay, I'm going to go to this machine because I like the graphics or I like I like the theme. It's like, okay, if you could know that, that's what investing and trading is more like because you have information ahead of time, research, DD. You know,
Yeah.
you're going to invest in this because it's a blue chip company that's poised for, whatever. Or it's a growth stock or whatever it is. But it's a slot machine. It doesn't matter who sits down at it, how or anything like that. It's just it's programmed to give the odds that it's going to give. So, but yeah, if you could know, which table, which blackjack table was more likely to pay you out specifically, which you can't ever know. But if you could, that would be a better analogy. So it's
Yeah, I can see
it's
that.
not really, but yes, it sort of is. But anyway,
The, these people they're looking at this. You can tell this has been their first exposure
oh yeah,
to stocks and dealing with investing. They may have been in 401k plans and have
hmm
retirement plans, but they never dealt with the actual investing. You know what I mean? So
right,
this has been most of these people's first experience and introduction to the market, and they've been taught completely wrong. So they're looking at it in a
yeah,
completely fucked up way
yeah,
because that's how they were taught by these YouTubers.
yep, yep. Yeah, and Frankie is a product of that, really. Like he's a product of
Yeah,
that. Now he like the hunted becomes the hunter kind of thing. Like
yeah.
he was he watched the videos, he drank the fucking tang, and now he's preparing the tang and handing out cups of it. And that's interesting to see, but it's so dumb. It's so ridiculous. Like I don't know. Yeah, we were talking. This is what we were
I'm
talking about
just
before.
wondering,
Go ahead.
do these people, I'm sorry, I'm just wondering, do you think these people like Frankie got into play and put a large sum of money into play and have been watching it steadily go down, these last months, year?
Well,
Or do you think they
yeah.
put maybe like 1,000 or 2,000 to start, and then their COVID money came in and they put that money in? And now, since they're back at work, do you think they actually take 100, 200, whatever out of their check every week, and some of these people are still getting in it? Or do you think they just did the one lump sum and they've been sitting back?
I don't. Well, they say they say that they do that. A lot of people say that, especially on Reddit. The YouTubers, I don't know. I mean, I think
The
Frankie
numbers don't
is probably a
support.
true believer, but but yeah, I mean, yeah, actually, we look at Fidelity, at least Fidelity buy sell orders, but I mean that's only orders, but still, can't find it. Anyway, I'm not sure. Well, I don't even have a chart up here actually. Trading view. I'm not even sure what the volume was today, but I mean, yeah, it's been so low, and just yeah, I don't. Clearly, last year, people were doing that. They were throwing their,
Mhm.
money left and right. 22 million shares.
Yeah, that's
So
nothing.
right, that's literally, yeah, nothing. See what exchange. So 11.5 million off exchange. I mean, and I don't want to assume that that's all retail investors, but 'cause some of that's institutional, like trading. But
Yeah.
I wish that it broke it down like the different off exchange, like OTC, the different like institutional
Hmm.
off exchange versus like Citadel and whatever. I mean, they do. FINRA does release that data, but it's delayed. Um, so yeah, I mean, or short volume might be another indicator here. Let's see, because we actually know how to interpret short volume, unlike the
Yeah.
apes. So they got 14, but they don't have the exchanges in yet. But just off exchange and like SIBO and NASDAQ is 14. Wait, hold on. Shit. I need volume. How many? Total short volume of 9 million. So, and 6.5 of that off exchange. So, yeah, I mean, it's still not, I mean, so yeah, it's 9 million, but yeah, okay, that adds up to 14 million. So there's less than 10 million missing from the NYSE exchanges, I guess. Anyway, because it hasn't been reported yet. But if we go to historical here, I don't know how far back this is going to go. Oh, it goes back to the beginning of the year. No, it goes back. Oh, it goes way back. So here you go. Like, and this is interesting because I didn't think there was this much volume on June 2nd. 1.5 billion shares
Yeah,
traded.
it was in the billion.
I thought
I
it
remember
was.
that.
I thought it was like 700 million. Maybe I'm mistaken.
No, yeah, I remember it was
I know it was
way up
that
there.
in January, but anyway. So yeah, I mean, but even in it's only going back to April 26th. So the 27th, 28th of May, June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, there were over 1 billion shares traded. And then then like by the time you got to July, it was, 100, 200, 300 million. And then by the time you get to, September, there's some, it's mostly in the tens of millions, and then it pops up to 100 million, over 100 million once in a while, a couple times a month, a few times a month. And then you get to, let's see, here's an interesting time this year, March, end of March 22nd through like April 4th. I think there was a catalyst then. I forget what it was, but there was some kind of catalyst then. Something was supposed to happen, I think. Those were in the 100 millions, but then, after that, it really started dipping down. And then by the time you get to, August, well, there's a few other days, there's a few other times where there's over 100 million, like around August. That was probably earnings, maybe, or the ape dividend thing was August 22nd, I think. So leading up to that, there was increased volume. But I mean, you've had days literally where there's been 16 million shares traded. I mean, that's
Yeah,
like,
that's
that's
pathetic.
100 times less than what it was. So, I mean, and that's never going to come back. That 1.5 billion, it will never happen. I mean, the only way that happened was, oh, okay, well, so these prices are changed to reflect the dividend restructuring, whatever. That wouldn't change the volume though. But
No.
so yeah, so they're saying the high was $36 in this new scale, not 72. So it basically cut it in half, I guess. Wow. Okay. I guess I didn't realize that, because it's showing the high for June 2nd at 36.31, and it was
Yeah, it was
72
72 and some change.
at least in the regular trading. I mean, in the after hours, I think it was higher a little bit, 77 maybe, but I like what Antoinette said, hit the
Damn,
like
so
button and subscribe if you sold ape. I never had it, so I couldn't sell it. Sold my one share before then. But anyway, yeah. Point being here that I don't think anybody's buying it now, and this is just AMC. I don't even know about ape, but
yeah, that's my what I'm thinking. None of these people are continuing. You might have an obscure person out there still putting money in, but the majority you can just tell by the numbers. They keep saying we're buying, we're gobbling every share up. No, you're
right,
not. You can see by the numbers, one, that they've lost people, that they don't have the same amount of retail investors in AMC that they had last year. You see it
right, yeah,
in the
sure.
numbers, and you see in social media, people have said they left. I mean, it's fact.
People say
You
that on
can
this
also
channel.
say,
People say that all the time on this channel in comments.
yeah,
Like, oh yeah, I was in it, now I'm out. And not even people that were apes, quote unquote, but like people who day traded it or whatever, or just held it, like Chris, the subscriber Chris,
mhm.
he swing trades it, both ways. So, yeah, absolutely. Whenever they say nobody's,
And
everybody's doing this,
You
nobody's doing
can,
that. You know that that's bullshit just because. But yeah,
that's what I mean. If they would look at the numbers, like the numbers, but then they'll say that it's manipulated. They ain't the real numbers, but let it be a number that they like, and the FINRA, ortex, they're so
Model
subjective
Model 3 dude has
on what they want to
1,000.
believe.
Sorry, Model 3 dude has
At
$1,000.
$1.25.
Yeah, at $1.25. Once you buy it, Antoinette, once you buy it, will go to $1.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
he
know, it'll
meant.
be fucked up if it has a one of those nasty scam wicks,
Oh
and you
yeah.
get that order gets fucking hit and you're stuck.
Maybe he
That'll
meant
be
to say
fucked up.
he's.
I don't wish that on you.
Yeah, no. Maybe he meant to. Maybe he mistyped and said he's a 1,000 short sell order. I don't know. I mean, even shorting it at $1 is probably profitable. But anyway, yeah. So I don't think any of these guys are putting their money where their mouth is. And when they did, like last or earlier this year or whatever, whenever it was, Trey made a big deal about it. I'm dropping $100,000 into AMC. Oh, is that the first you've bought anything on this stock since last summer? And did you even have shares then? Because you traded options. So
Did he show proof of him putting 100
no,
grand in?
I
Or
don't believe so. I think he said he was going to. I think he said he was going to. But it's like, okay, well, yeah, a lot of people say they're gonna do shit, but in a drug-induced stupor, yeah, you say you're gonna
yeah,
do a lot of shit, but then once reality sets back in, oh man, I'm not doing that. That's retarded. Those those $11 calls for October, they're down to $4, 4 cents a piece.
oh man,
What a
yeah,
shit show.
that was a horrible play.
Oh yeah, I mean they can't even call it a play. Yeah, 4 cents a piece. And I think they were 18 cents a piece when I added them to my watch list. So, it's ridiculous. Anyway, let's see here. I want to bring in this. Let's see. I'm going to bring up an image here. It's you posted it. It's of a tweet about bonds. I want to see if we can make any sense of this.
Oh
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The
Yeah,
bond tweet. I mean, it's so ridiculous. Like it's embarrassing how like the bear thesis is over. Like, what are you talking about? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Bring it up on the browser. Here we go. So Robert M. I mean, and I don't care, to show people's names. They're putting this shit on the internet. Like people scratch out the names, when they show. I
oh
don't care.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
don't care.
yeah.
Like, who cares? You put it out on the public internet. Robert M. says AMC 8 bonds are the key. The bonds are the key. Hence the interest by short hedge funds, market makers, banks to stop this before AMC gets out of debt. Restructuring. Institutions are panicking. Hence the attacks by bears here on Twitter and in price. It's over. Apes won. They have no more time. The bear thesis is over. And I guess this is a bond here, Entertainment Holdings Inc.
Yeah,
AMC 58.75%. I don't know what 1626 is. That I don't know what that it means, but
that's when the Moass is going to happen.
right,
1626.
16th month of the year. So, I mean, bonds are the key. I mean,
I don't understand that at all. Unless he,
yeah,
that doesn't make any sense to me. Let me see if I can find it here, because it was a long ass thread that it was about. I just didn't feel like I just took the screenshot of the funny side. Never mind, dude blocked me now. God damn it!
Oh,
I gotta
okay.
stop. I gotta stop fucking trolling these people because I can't. They block me.
Damn. Well, I guess I can't. I mean, should be
But
able
I
to pull
guess
it up
what
in here.
he was saying is, if AMC gets out of debt, then somehow that would they would lose, the debt holders would lose money with those bonds. I don't
Oh,
understand it at all.
okay. Let's see
How that
here. Robert M. Jesus, fucking string of fucking stupid numbers. Robert M. 59777 59
59744 294.
294. Okay, thanks. Let's see here. I mean, how in the I just don't. Before AMC gets out of debt, restructuring. I mean, another term for restructuring, bankruptcy. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically it.
Do
Basically,
you
what he's
think they're going
talking
to
about.
be? I mean, do they not understand when you refinance something, you're still going to have to pay a fee, and it's going to cost you more? You just
Right.
get to stretch it out.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, he followed by the Butcher of Wall Street, aka Boss Blunts.
Oh shit.
And he's got half of a clown face. He's got a white painted face, it looks like. So here's from the street, October 11th, that's today. AMC and Ape stock, short sellers continue to increase their positions. Short sellers are still piling into AMC and Ape. Is another short squeeze likely? Well, he doesn't say that. Tomorrow on the podcast, this is old. I mean, is he going to be back on Jon Stewart? I don't know. I thought that was months ago that they did that. Where is it? Oh, when was it posted? I don't know. Based on the cycle, the POI is expected to happen tomorrow with the current events. Everything seems to be lining up perfectly. He retweeted this by trading with emotions, which are ridiculously stupid. Based on the cycle, the POI, point of interest, I guess. I don't know. Expected to happen tomorrow. Based on the cycle. I mean, how unskilled, how ignorant do you have to be to think that you can predict prices on stocks like this in times like these off of cycles? Like literally copy pasting the chart pattern
Yeah,
and pasting it out to make a pattern. I mean, and then they show
think it's
they show a pattern and it's like it's the same. And it's like, no, it's not the same. It's like I can tell
it
it's
doesn't
not the
match up
same.
at all.
No. That one goes up, this one goes down. How is that the same? Oh man. Yeah.
See, it says bonds. Here we go. I found the thread. All right, it's somebody asked him, what does that mean? He writes, bonds were used by hedge funds to counter any rise in stock price. Now that AMC is restructuring or paying off all of its bills, bears can't say it's worth to be at this level. I guess he means bears can't say it's worth it to be shorting at this level, which equals a short squeeze like mentioned on the filings with Citigroup. We are about to be rich as fuck.
Okay, yeah, I just pulled it up here too. Been hearing this for a few years, yet here I sit. But then somebody says, Jane's Atul says, to be honest, this is new. The past was based off a company on the verge of bankruptcy. The present situation is based on a company that paid off debt and will be thriving. Okay,
Even if they could pay their debt off,
they're not
which they
profitable.
can't. Yeah, I mean, the amount of money that they owe, they can't pay. Even if they could, just say they went to had zero debt, they were able to get it squared away, paid everything. They still do not make money. It costs them money every day they open the doors. A negative
Right.
outcome because they just don't make enough to cover their operating expenses. They don't, so there is no thriving. Just because
Right.
people are going to the movies does not mean the fucking business is thriving.
Here's another way to look
You're
at it.
not in
Here's another
attendance based.
right. Sorry.
Yeah,
Here's
go ahead.
another
Go
way.
ahead.
Here's another reason. Another way to tell that this is not true. The market isn't pricing it as a thriving company. You know, like even before the downturn of 2022, the market was not pricing in any type of meaningful recovery for AMC. You know, because the market is pricing in the future. It's pricing 3 to 30 months is what Ken Fisher says. But, we may be on a short side of that now in terms of like what's being priced, but pricing, for expectations of a recession or whatever. But in general, like the market is not not saying that AMC is a $10 stock, $20 stock, $40, $70 stock. You know, investors, in other words, like people, uh, institutions, whoever, market participants, they don't see that. So, you know, like Apple is priced where it's priced at. Yes, it lost some value, but it didn't lose 90% of its value, because
Right.
it's a profitable, successful company that has a future. And the market participants know that. And they are, they're excited about being part of it in the future. It's not the case here. So what did he say? Bonds were used by hedge funds to counter any rise in stock price. Now that AMC is restructuring or paying off all of its bills. Who said that AMC is restructuring or paying off all its bills? Where did that come from? This is the market's not pricing that in, but the apes sure as fuck are. They're in their mind, the AMC has already paid off its debt, apparently. Like, what?
I think they're saying because the money that the ape that he's going to put into the market, whatever money they make off that, they think it's going to be enough to pay $5 billion worth of fucking debt when ape is only a buck and some change.
Right.
And they owe like $5 billion.
Oh, but
So
Adam Aron can sell it at whatever he wants, higher than market price.
yeah, he can, but even if no one's gonna buy this shit. Why would I buy it for $5 if it's only worth $1.25?
Right, and it was like 435 million shares, I think, or something like that. So at
Yeah, it's under
$2,
500 million.
that's only 800. That's less than it's less than $1 billion. Where are they getting this from? I don't know. Like, and now you have more ape shares trading out there, that can be used to cover the FTDs. That the hedgies can use, for whatever they need
Oh
to
my
cover
God.
FTDs, cover shorts, whatever. So that's not helping their case. It doesn't seem like. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see if anything else. Finally, an ape talks about the AMC bonds. At the moment, the bonds suggest imminent bankruptcy this quarter unless they pay off that coupon due end of year or possibly just another restructure. That's what this person Zolar is saying. The coupon, and then somebody says the coupon payment isn't that much. It's 2 times a year. Blah blah blah. maturity date. You might want to look again at those bonds. Restructuring doesn't mean bankruptcy. It means they can pay for them, meaning cash on hand. Look at this bot.
Restructuring is Chapter 11.
Right.
Right? Yeah, Chapter 11 is restructuring. Chapter 7 is total, just liquidate my shit. So
Yeah.
restructuring it's a form of bankruptcy, like you said.
Right. And then this other person said, you have no
Mm-hmm.
idea what you're doing or talking about. And they are talking about the Robert guy, because Zolar responded and said, don't
Yeah.
jump on me. And then he says, follow the thread. I ain't talking to you. So dude posted AMC unsecured junk bonds. And there you go. AMC unsecured junk bonds spiraling to zero. And he said it's actually bullish. I mean, right. They have $1 billion in cash. There is no bankruptcy this quarter. That's an ignorant statement. Okay. Ignorant statement.
Who has $1 billion in cash?
I don't know. Does AMC? I don't think they have that much in cash.
No. Fuck no. Their
I don't
war
know.
chest.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Their war chest, he was saying, was like 700 million a little while ago, a couple months ago. Notice he hasn't been counting that anymore.
Right.
Fucking ain't got no $1 billion. At the beginning of this shit, they had over $1 billion in cash last year to keep the doors open, but they ain't got that shit no more.
Right.
AMC has around 800 million. I thought that was about what they had, but I thought that was like a couple months ago that he had said that.
Cash and cash equivalents as of 6/30 of this year, 987 million. Seems like a lot.
Yeah, that was a couple months ago. That was that right before he bought the fucking gold mine?
Wyckoff Mining. That's after, because that was in.
Okay,
I believe that was after. Yeah, AMC has around. So I mean, but even if you look though, like before, like 20 and at the end of 2020, they had 321 million. And then in March of 2021, they had 842 billion. They obviously had added a lot of shares. In June, they had 1.8 billion, and that's basically been cut in half. From June 2021 to June 2022, you had 1.8 billion in last year. Now you have 900, million. So essentially, I mean, you could say they had 2 billion last year. Now they have 1 billion. To make it easy, round up. So that's been cut in half in 1 year. They went through $1 billion, or, so to speak. And even just in the last quarter, they had a cash growth of minus 41% cash growth from second quarter to third, or first quarter to second. I'm sorry.
And Model 3, dude. Yeah, the third quarter when they report, I think it's November 7th. I think they definitely are gonna that earnings report's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah, it will be.
They'll still try to spin it some way, but it's gonna be a shit show. And then you got going into the fourth quarter with fucking the holidays, inflation. People might be losing their jobs.
Right.
I don't see how a movie theater is gonna make any money in the fourth quarter.
I mean,
like honestly, who the fuck goes to these movie theaters anyway? More than maybe 2-3 times a year. Like, who the fuck sees that many movies at the movie theater?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Yeah, not me.
Yeah, I haven't been in a fucking minute.
Yeah, no, it's been a while. I mean, but we're old dudes now, but like, I mean, I'm not really, but I mean, I just, it's not, I don't have time. I don't have,
Yeah, but even kids don't, like back in the day when
now,
they had movies at like the mall and shit.
Used to be
and
cheap,
kids would go to the mall and hang out.
Used to be pretty cheap. I mean, like all things considered,
Kids don't do that shit no more.
no.
They got that on their phone, for Christ's sakes.
Oh yeah, right. I mean, and I'm sure that if we had that too, we wouldn't have done it either, and or Netflix or whatever. It's a lot easier to, I don't know, it's just yeah, Netflix and chill is a lot, like that's like the new school of like going to the movies and making out, or whatever. Um, so that sounds like more fun to me. Uh, Going to a nasty movie theater might get bed bugs or,
Oh yeah,
COVID
listen to Apes. They say that was a planted fake story.
by the short sellers, I'm sure. Yeah.
And I love how they say it costs them. They're losing money every day, but the stock goes down every day. So it's their whole. It's just asinine logic. When you bring this up to them, they shut down immediately and they just say, "Oh, you're a shill," and
You're
they
a
block
shill,
you.
you're a bot, you're a short seller. Yeah. Yeah.
They can't defend their stance or their, you know what I mean, their opinion. They can't defend it, so they immediately
Go on the
and
defensive.
that's like cult behavior.
It is, yeah. It's a mix between cult behavior and extremely childish behavior. Like, it's like classic. It's embarrassing, is what it is. It is embarrassing. But here's the box office
Some of these
data.
people.
Oh no, go ahead. So many people.
No, I was gonna say that like they do them like what was it? The girl Tara, whatever. Yesterday had what was it? A couple like 3 or 4 space calls, man, where they were just sitting on there,
Yeah.
bitching and whining.
Yeah, I got the
Bitching and whining.
screenshot of one right here on the screen right now, and this was one of them. Terrible Spence. Lottery stocks is there. I had another one too. I think I put it in Telegram from earlier today. Tony DeNaro was in there. He's been in a lot of them. Al from Boston was in there. Let me see if I can find it. Like it's weird. It's weird to me. Like all these space calls, like whatever. But at least AMC Bigums is finally unbanned on Twitter. That's good. Maybe I didn't put
That
it in.
fucking kid, man.
Oh yeah, he's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't know if maybe I didn't put it in there, but I definitely
Shit.
screenshotted it.
You know how the guy Morantz was calling out the dude Spencer or whatever?
Yeah, right. Yeah, saying that he was short AMC or whatever, or at least was against AMC before.
Yeah, like I had seen that the dude Casey Shaw had like sent him something like yeah, that guy Spencer, the people that don't know what they're talking about, they're bad for the movement, da 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 da. Like, I'm not mad that you called him out just because he's AMC. If he's telling false info, like my info, I want people to question me or whatever, right? So I sent dude that little video that Reddit joint. You know what I mean? Where he asked, I was like, don't think this dude knows what he's talking about either. Like look at what he posted on Reddit, right? So fucking on the stream I was watching, he was like, oh yeah, he was like, oh yeah, Casey Shaw, you dumbass. He was like, where does the money go when you lose it? And he just started shitting on him, and I was like, I cannot believe more people haven't like seen this shit. Like this is who they're taking advice from. People that literally 2 years ago didn't even know where the money went once you lost it. Like they didn't understand the concept of that. But all of a sudden now they're doing all this
right. He understands
in-depth
all this
research.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That and despite what he says, he does not like being corrected. They don't like he likes to say, "Oh, I'm not always right, and please correct me if I'm wrong." But it's very much like he just says that, like it's a, here's
what he'll do is he'll send you like he did with me. He sent me a link, right? Read this and it proves it. So I was like, all right, looked at it. It links to a Reddit post, right? The first thing I did, I was like, there's no source. It's not telling me where it's from. So I text him back like, send me something with sources. This is just
Oh yeah,
a
right.
cut.
Yeah.
I
That
don't
thing
even know
about
where it's
synthetic price failures, it didn't even mention that those words weren't even in the fucking post. In the
right.
actual
So
article. No.
it
Yeah.
was you that found that actually found the actual article.
Right.
And so I sent him a reply like, dude, the actual article, first of all, the link don't even work anymore.
Yeah. I think I
Second
had
of
to go
all,
to the
the
archive.
actual
Yeah.
article, yeah, off the Google Archive. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't say what you're saying. Here it is right here. He immediately just was like, I don't have time for you if you're too, what do you say, uneducated to understand and read. I can't help you and I can't waste my time. And he blocked me. I'm like, what the fuck? I
Jesus.
literally just showed you what you said was bullshit. And that's your
Right.
comeback?
That's all they got. So here's the other this was earlier today. Let's see. I don't know what time I took this screenshot, but it says BAM, which is BAM investor, James Sivoldi, the guy who's, you know, he's basically scamming. I mean, you shouldn't call it BAM, you should call it scam. But he sells some kind of product or some shit, some kind of algorithm or predictive thing. It sucks. It's never right. Pedro from Philly. I don't know who that is. I don't want to know. Spence, Terrible, Jackson Hunter, Al from Boston, Tony DeNaro, and that's just on the first page. There's Pedro's there in the second row, and yeah, so that was earlier today, and I think that one was like 4 hours long too. So I didn't listen to any of it, but wow, somebody might have posted the link to this before, and I circled these names, or I forget how I got it, but anyway, yeah, all these space calls, and the thing here's like my thing I've been thinking about, and I mentioned this on our Twitter space call earlier, but was that like, and you even mentioned this too after I came in, because you were thinking of it independently of me. The fact that these people cannot fathom, they can't even conceive of the fact that that their research, that their DD, that their thesis, that the situation might be different from what they have already etched in their minds. It's like they literally carved it into stone and it can't be changed. And like, I'm sorry, but there's not much in life that's really like that. When you're alive, things are always
Mm.
changing, and as much as you try, you are going to be wrong. You said it better. You said something like, you know, sometimes you do all the research and your teacher or your professor could look over your research and say, yeah, that's solid. That is a great investment thesis. And you do it and you lose money. Like,
Yeah,
sometimes that
shit just
just
goes
fucking
left.
happens. Right. And you could say through no fault of your own or whatever you want to say, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. And so,
Yeah.
it's really, it's really fucked up. It's the only thing I can say. That they can't even like that. All of the shit they talk about, FTDs, bonds now, Adam Aron, Ape, naked short selling, all this bullshit that's unsubstantiated. They would rather go back to that every time than even entertain the notion, not even like, whatever, but just the simple idea that, hey, are you sure that that's right? Are you sure that that research that you trusted from some random anonymous person on Reddit or YouTube last year, are you sure that that's actually sound? They can't they will not do that. And that's why essentially they will always lose. As long as
Yeah.
as long as they have that attitude. Like, and it's
That
hard.
closed
I
mindedness.
understand. It's hard to like let go of your fucking ego and say, yeah, I fucked up. But I mean, at least for me personally, like, until I was able to do that, and I still have trouble, But, like, oh, this should be doing this, or Trey, like, oh, the numbers aren't doing what they're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the market does is what is supposed to be. Like, there's no other way. Like, yeah, maybe you think it's fucked up, but Anthony Scaramucci, I believe, said this in his interview, one interview that we looked at on here months ago. You have to trade the market the way it is, not the way you want it to be, if you want to be profitable.
Yeah.
And that's like, to me, that's like some of the best advice that I've gotten, just from listening to people picking things up. You have to trade the market the way it is, not the way
Yeah,
that you want it to be.
there's so many on the fly variables that can happen on the fly, you know what I'm saying, in real time that you can't uh, prepare for,
Right.
or you know what I mean. It's just it
It
can't be a certain 100% way this way. There's always going
right.
to be, you know,
There's always
and
going to be
they
things
just
that
think
come
it's,
up. There's always going to be things that
yeah.
change, and not to mention the fact
Especially
that
with
you
AMC,
putting it
look how
out
much shit
there.
has come up with that.
Well, right. Yeah. I mean, so many things, but not to mention the fact that everything that they say is like
Mm.
out there in everybody's face. So you think really that you're going to sit there and say this stuff? I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter. I mean, at this point, it's fucked. I mean, like it's moot at this point. But last year, and like during the between GameStop and like June or whatever, you know, you think that, and they even acknowledge this, like, oh, our subreddit is being infiltrated by, hedgies or, whatever. And it's like, okay, yeah, probably, but I mean, it's like that's why this is not a team sport. It's like every man for himself, and
Yep.
why would you share anything? And like we can talk about stuff in our private group, and that's cool, but but it's all generally focused on like just what's happening in the market so we can understand what's happening so we can trade it the way it is, not the way we want it to be. Now, I'll just say that that really applies more to like trading, active trading, and day trading rather than investing, long-term investing. Of course, you're looking to the future, and you're taking a position here because you think it will be there later. That's different. But what we're talking about is like day trading, shorter term trading, or something like a risky momentum play like AMC or whatever. That's kind of where that more applies to me, but also in long term too. Of course, the fundamentals have to be there then, you know. So that doesn't apply to AMC either, you know. Anyway, um,
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna be on mute for a hot second. Go ahead,
oh,
and
okay,
I'll
no
jump back
problem.
in a little bit.
All right, cool. So yeah, I mean, or if anybody else wants to come into the voice chat and Telegram, feel free. Um, yeah, but this idea that you can't even look at what you already believe and maybe reevaluate that, it's just not good. It's it's ascientific. It's not evidence based at all. When you go to the doctor, let's say you go to the doctor, and you guys know this, but I mean, you go to the doctor with a specific complaint, like, oh, my ankle hurts. I think I twisted it. Okay, yeah, they're going to take that information under advisement. Are they immediately going to assume that you twisted your ankle? Well, no, they're going to employ a differential diagnosis and look at. I mean, this is not a great example. Let's say you have pain in your side. You have side pain on your right side or whatever side. They're going to look at, okay, what are the things that could cause this symptom? He's got pain in his right side. This causes that. I mean, I'm simplifying it, but this is the differential diagnosis. What are all the possibilities that could explain this? Okay. Now we can rule out other things because, well, this one, you know, the the tests we did, this rules out this. Watch Doctor House, House MD, and you see differential diagnosis. in all its glory. That's evidence-based thinking. That's evidence-based research. That's why medicine is so goddamn good these days, because we do that. We look at it in a scientific, measured, rational approach, going step by step, eliminating possibilities until we get to what the truth is. That's what I've tried to do with all of this stuff. I want to know, and it probably helps that I used to be married to a physician, and I, you know, learned this stuff. And I'm not medicine, but this process, this way of thinking, and it's been really helpful. What are all the things? What are all we have FTDs? The apes like to claim that it's because of naked short selling. Okay, well, that's true. It could be. But what are the other possibilities? What else could explain this? And you have to exhaust every one of those, and you have to have evidence for the one that you adopt as being true. They haven't done neither of those things. Neither of those things. So, anyway, they really need to start doing that. Otherwise, they will generally face losses in the stock market and disappointment in life in general, because it's greater fool theory kind of plays into this too. Anyway, I've been thinking about that lately because of all of these stupid space calls where they just bitch, about Aron and everything else. It's always a scapegoat. There's always somebody else, something, Wall Street, the hedgies, the banks, this, that, Aron, the shills, the short sellers, whatever. It's just, maybe that's true. Maybe it's true. Does the evidence support that? And are there other possibilities that make more sense and that are supported by evidence? Yes, there are. Okay. Tony should have known that AMC was a pump and dump. Yeah, I mean, it seems like that's the case. Seems like he should have, to me, as well. But I mean, I didn't know Tony before this either. So, but it is kind of what you, yes. We'll go to the strongman clip. Yeah. Yep. So I'm done with Frankie right now. This is done. We're done with this. I also want to play a little clip of Tasty Trade, Jones and Friends live from yesterday. There's a section in there where AMC is mentioned, and it's so interesting because it's to the point now where AMC is being used sort of as an archetype, and you'll see what I mean when we watch it. But for last year and just the general thing of what's going on, what was going on. Okay, so let's see. Let's see, which one is it? Let's go to his videos. Oh yeah, you put it in Telegram earlier. That's right. Is it alcohol in your health? Or is it AMC stock ape share? Yes, right here. Okay, and you got time code on it. Okay, great. I'm on a small laptop screen, so it's hard for me to see everything all at once, but I got it. Yeah. Perfect. So while that's loading, let's see. I'm going to pause it so it loads. We always get such perfectly positioned clips. Yeah, if you're just coming into the live stream, I appreciate it. If you appreciate this,
we're just absolutely hoodwinked.
Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at Scotty Finance, at Scotty with a Y Finance, and join our Telegram chat group. It's better than Discord. It's better than all of these Discords. Anyway, the link to that is in the description of the video. There, we also have a Discord. We're trying to get started, but for now, we're in Telegram, and we, have good conversations every day about the market and what's going on, macroeconomics, and other fun things like the bonds. It's the bonds. Where is it? It's the bonds. Yes, the AMC bonds. That's the key because they are something. They're doing something. They're restructuring. That's right. Okay, here we go. Christopher Belly. Come on.
So, if you were just absolutely hoodwinked into buying AMC, okay, maybe I could feel some sympathy for you. But then again, the AMC community is one of the most toxic, disgusting, nasty, vicious, manipulative communities I have ever seen.
100% agree with that. 100% agree with that. Toxic, manipulative, nasty, yes.
And nothing tells me that more than the amount of comments and dislikes I get on my AMC videos. Because when somebody tries to tell you the truth, that tells you that AMC is a scam, that all these clowns are scammers and losers, what do I freaking get? I get absolute hate. So honestly, my sympathy for the AMC movement and the apes, it's gone. It's
so this is interesting because we've gone through these things too, still do, I guess, but I ignore the comments in general. So if you comment, I mean, that's not true. Sometimes I check the comments once a week or something, and people that make good points or people that I know, I usually reply. But yeah, it's bad. And let's see, what else was I going to say? I totally forgot. Oh yeah, the sympathy thing. Different people have different opinions on the sympathy issue, but I just for anybody who's not clear or is coming to the channel for the first time or not is newer, this channel has always existed for the purpose of calling out the influencers who have manipulated retail investors with respect to AMC and GameStop and whatever other scam or snake oil you please. But it's never been about denigrating the apes. It's never been about making fun of them. It's never been about ministering to them to try to get them to do something. It's not, the apes are irrelevant in this examination, let's say. AMC is also irrelevant in this examination, large scale. I don't care about it. It doesn't matter. I have no skin in the game either way. I've traded it on both sides. I've made money on both sides. That's not the issue. The issue is the social media influencers who have lied over and over for the better part of 2 years about what's happening, about fundamentals, mechanics of the stock market, and about the prospects for the future movement of the AMC stock. Plain and simple. Now, previously, we've focused more on the DD itself, the thesis, and we've disproven that 6 ways a Sunday. Doesn't matter. All those videos are there. Live streams are there. Now it's more about just the social denouement of the whole thing. How is this going to end? What is the drama? We're back. This is the new season starting, and we find it to be very entertaining. We don't care what you do with your shares. We're here for the entertainment, right? So Strongman is more of he's more targeted towards the apes themselves, it seems, which is great because that's not what we focused on. I want to know. I'm interested in the source of this misinformation. Who's putting it out? What's the reality? And calling attention to their either ignorance or fraudulence, right? So just to clarify that, you know, this has always been about calling out and fact checking the influencers. And yeah, the apes get some shit once, you know, from time to time. It's, you know, it's bound to happen. But it's not, we're not focused on that. Not focused on it. Okay.
100% gone because the amount of hate is unreal. Go watch my trades video where I talked about how much of a freaking clown and grifter he was.
And he does talk about the grifters. For sure.
How much of a grifter he was. 5% likes. 5 freaking percent. And even a recent video I made, massive dislikes, massive hate comments, clowns saying they were buying more AMC shares. I want you all to lose all your money, all of it. I want you to be poor. I want you to live in poverty, and I want you to die in poverty. And guess what? When I'm a millionaire with my index funds that you clowns laughed at, I'm not going to give you a dime. You're going to be begging on the street. Oh, please, strong man, give me $1. I'll spit in your face. All right, that's it. AMC's a clown stock. What more can I say? Let me go have my celebratory lunch now. Cheers.
Okay. Yeah, you know, talk about the mission of the channel and then everybody leaves, but that's okay. You know, small good looking crowd over a big ugly crowd any day of the week. Okay. But one other thing that, you know, is just, you know, an observation or whatever is that so many of these original grifters, the OGs, the original grifters, have left. Now some of them are here, but I mean, a lot of it's pivoted towards this new school ape investor, trader, gambler turned influencer. So somebody like Frankie Muhammad, we were talking about earlier, or you know, somebody like where is it? Froggy Stonks, for example. You know, I mean, yeah, you still have New York Angelo because like that guy is going to get a job, but and Finance News and Benji because like those guys are going to get jobs. But and you know this is curious too. AMC Ape GME Retail can't stop what is about to happen, and the thumbnail says crash is coming. Okay, so that means that AMC and Ape and GME in retail is going to go to the moon. Haven't we seen enough evidence that that's not going to be the case? I don't know. I guess not. I guess I don't know. I'm trying to find a silver lining there. I don't know. The creative investor, I've been busting him since last year. I mean, still don't think he knows how to read a 13F filing or what it actually tells you. I mean, in the notion of somebody like Lottery Stocks talking about liquidity, banks warning of liquidity crisis. They've been saying that shit for over a year too. So, crying wolf. The Netflix deal. Okay. Let's see. Adam Lewis is back. I don't know if we've actually examined him on this iteration of my channel. Not sure. Gotta wonder about a guy, you know, who's obviously old enough to be my father, who's, you know, doing
breaking news
stuff.
Here's what's breaking. AMC's at about $6 and change right now. Not doing much of anything. It's just kind of staying steady because it can't go that farther down, right? Because
Adam, really? Well, I'm negative 20K now. Where to go? I can tell right now this is going to be a great video. Why can't it go lower? And they just like the video. They just hearted the comment. Well, anyway, I don't know where the comment actually is, but it says it right here. I'm negative 20K now. What else can I do other than hold? Come on. I'm negative 20K now. What else can I do other than hold? I mean, well, I guess if you, I guess if you believe that it can't go much lower than that, I guess you can't do anything else but hold.
That would screw everything up. And if it goes too high up right now, it's going to start triggering all sorts of madness. Just think about this. FOMO buying, once this thing starts climbing, even right now, it's a buy. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. But even right now, AMC stock, the AMC short squeeze, my AMC price prediction, still astronomical. You know what I mean? Think about the FOMO buying that's going to start happening. When that starts happening, this price is going to go up to the roof like it did back June a year ago, up to $72. That was FOMO buying. That was people getting in. It wasn't a squeeze, anything like that. And the reason why this is why I think they're able to do what they do with all these synthetics is because they have to keep this price low. This price is trading, it legitimately should be trading in right now the hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars per share, sheerly based on the technical
a lot like
shit.
An opinion. It sounds a lot like an opinion to me. Fairly uninformed one. No, the shares should be trading at whatever price they are trading at in the market. Period. That's how markets work. That is how markets work. There's no other way. There is no other way. And if you understand the mechanics of the stock market and how and what makes stock prices move, why do stock prices go up and down? Then, yeah, when you hear this stuff, it's nonsensical. It is marking him as being quite ignorant, quite frankly, ignorant. So, and I don't mean that as any type of personal insult or ad hominem attack, but he's misinformed, plain and simple. This is, not how it works. Not how it work. Where did it? I'm trying to save an image and get it up here on the screen. Yeah, okay. Duh. All right. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. So here, real traders versus AMC apes. So real traders in red, of course. Another short squeeze coming. Heck yeah, good gains. I'm out. And here's the apes. Woohoo! I'm in. I'm all in. 100K inbound. Dip before the rip. Adding more here. Hedgie's losing money. Moass coming. Hedgie's lost big and are crying. We're not selling. Adding more here. There. Oh yeah, love it. Keep dropping. I'll buy more. I think they literally said that there. Adding more here. Moass coming. Wow, that's amazing. Did you make that many? Oh my God, that's great. Fantastic. Trust me, bro, at least 1K. That is a lot of upside. It's like $995, $993 in upside. Holy fucking hell, that is a lot of upside. Damn, that's one magical stock.
If not tens of thousands of dollars per share.
Whoa!
Sheerly based on the technical shit that we know about, right? They can't let this squeeze right now. The way everything's happening, they can't really ever let it squeeze, but they have to at some point, and it will be managed, I think, to some degree. But that's even iffy, because any one catalyst can make this trigger go bing, and pop goes the weasel. This thing starts mooning like we want it to. So
like you wanted to.
Hold. Not financial advice. Don't take my word.
Rather flamboyant. Let me go back a little bit because he said something in there.
Any one catalyst can make this trigger go.
Any one catalyst.
Point, and it will be managed, I think, to some degree. But that's even iffy, because any one catalyst can make this trigger go bing, and pop goes the weasel. This thing starts mooning like we want it to. So,
I mean, what is the basis for that? For anybody to say that? I'm not sure. What is the basis to say any one catalyst? I mean, he also said earlier that it was FOMO buying last year that caused it to the price to rise, and that didn't cause a short squeeze or any type of thing other than FOMO buying. So going from where it was to where it went last June, that's a fairly substantial move. That didn't trigger a short squeeze in his view here. So if that didn't trigger a short squeeze, what the fuck in 2022 would trigger a fucking short squeeze? So last year we tried FOMO buying, making the price go up. This year we're going to try the price going down. That's what it seems like. The market crash. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. This is not very well thought out as far as I'm concerned here. UN should buy some shares to end world hunger. I mean, that would be good. That would be a good idea. They should. Then they could, the managed shit again. And that, to me, that started with Lou. Lou is the one that started that whole fucking, oh, it's going to be a managed event. A managed event. Lou! Oh, Lou! Kathy Wood made the case that the market is only running on algos set during COVID and that the market should be running off of buying and selling pressure. Really? Was it convincing? And how does she know that? I don't know if I trust Kathy Wood. I honestly don't. She also said that inflation was, this was a couple months ago, but she said that inflation wouldn't be sticking around and that the Fed would be pivoting because they have to pivot. They can't keep doing what they're doing. I don't know. I don't buy that. But if that's the case, then I mean that doesn't really make sense either because algos set during COVID. I mean that's during a time of decreased rates, zero rates, interest rates. So I don't know. She says she believes in deflation. She says it's transitory. Oh, the transitory thing again. I mean, it makes sense that Wall Street people would say that. We talked about that earlier. QE also during COVID. Yes, of course. Yeah, for sure. So we talked about this earlier on the space call. The idea, or the first space call when I was driving, the first time I was in the car earlier, like 4 or 5. It makes sense that Wall Street and institutional folks would want a pivot by the Fed. Their funny money, their fake liquidity, their pumped market depends on that. Totally depends on that. Plain and simple. Retail investors aren't spinning by and large. I don't think they're spinning the perma bulls, maybe. They're not spinning this. They weren't last week. I mean, what a difference a week makes. They weren't spinning this pivot narrative, as far as I could really tell. I mean, and retail investors were buying puts. Retail investors, and they got screwed. Retail investors didn't buy into that rally last week. We certainly didn't over in Telegram. let's see. So, yeah, I mean, here's last week. I mean, maybe it'd be better to look at it daily, but yeah, this was the Fed pivot narrative here. And then I think this is my speculation. I don't know, just saying this. They realized that people, they got as many people to buy into it as they could. And then, of course, they pulled the rug. And I say they, I mean Wall Street, institutions, whatever. The generalized they, like Thursday. But Kathy Wood saying that, I don't know. I think her point is that she wants the computers out and more of the human aspect back on the trading floors. That ain't going to happen. I mean, that's not going to happen. I mean, most, I mean, there are some floor traders like Peter Tushman. We've looked at some stuff by him, the Einstein of Wall Street, and he executes orders for, clients, whatever. But I mean, most of these Wall Street, I mean, they're using the prime brokers. They're going through their own clearing. Like, it's not the way it was. I mean, she's lamenting a time, from the past. Isn't she about innovation and technology? Why is she saying that? I mean, that's weird. It sounds like what she wants is she wants the computers out so they won't be as smart and trade her ETF down. Essentially, I know I'm being a little harsh, but I mean, honestly, I mean, I don't think. I mean, honestly, I guess I think that if humans were back in charge of trading, that they probably, we probably wouldn't had as much of this nonsense. We probably would have had more, more downside. My guess. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just talking out of my ass here, Model 3 dude, but I don't know. I don't buy that stuff. It's sad because people don't realize they're about to get wiped out. I mean, honestly, how could, you know, every time they've said peak inflation, now that's not a reason to think that it's not going to be at some point or that we're not going to hit the bottom. But I mean, just logically looking at it, I mean, how in the world? I mean, I guess if you're buying companies long-term holds, you know, do you care if you buy it here or if you buy it down here? Because you believe it's going to go up anyway, and you're holding it for 30 years, okay? But you know, here, here is. Let me get my pen out. See if it actually worked this time. So take that. Okay, here's where we were before COVID. Here's where the COVID crash, and here's where you ended up. And you are here now. So, like, the way things were before, I mean, we're not that far off, I guess, and that's not a straight line. I realize that. I guess I can do better than that with the line tool. Here, I guess that's a trend line though, but whatever. Should still work. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, there we go. I mean, we're not that far off of it, actually. This is in the SPY, but if you go to the good old NASDAQ, where are we at there? I don't know. I think we're farther away from it. Maybe not. Anyway, yeah, the point is, I think it's going to go below there, personally. I think there's a good chance it will. And of course, it'll do all this stuff, and it'll do all this stuff in the meantime. But anyway, I don't know personally, I don't know how, like, I don't know why anybody would assume that, we're just going to go up from here. I mean, we haven't, I mean, it's essentially like this stuff has never been tested. It just blasted through it. Now we're getting to some stuff that has, at least on the NASDAQ. But let's take a look at Apple real quick because I haven't looked at it, and I also want to take a look at. There's another one I want to look at. I can't remember, but okay. I mean, here's Apple. So let's put our line. I mean, that to me is this is saying something here. Ominous. So let's see what that is. 40. Apple is still about 40% higher than the pre-COVID level. Who knows? I don't know. But when the overall market is here, and I took the line away. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. Line, not as useful as I thought. But anyway, I like it. Oops. And let's see what. I didn't do a percentage here, but I can tell you it's not much. Fuck. There we go. 10%, roughly. So the market is 10% off of the pre-COVID high, but something like Apple is 40% off of it. I don't know what that means necessarily, but I don't like it. I mean, honestly, I do like it. And I think more people should like it. No matter which side you're on. If you're a bear, of course, you want to play the downside. Or if you're, an opportunist, let me put it that way. If you're an opportunist, you're looking to play the downside, maybe play the upside, play some bounces. If you're bullish on whatever it is, you want it to go down so that you can buy more at a lower entry cost. Looking at Antoinette here. She can't wait until the market crashes so she can buy stocks cheap. And that's what you do. That is how generational wealth can be created. You see, and the thing that I love about my channel, let me brag for just a second. These guys get it. They know this. And they're anticipating that. I mean, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Fuck yes. So anyway, I think Kathy Wood is nuts. So is this guy.
Like we wanted to. So hold. Not financial advice. Don't take my word for it. Again, like I said yesterday, I get my information from my dog. But Unga Bunga, I got my boy up in Canada. I think his name is Chase. Welcome. New subscriber. If you haven't subscribed, definitely do so. We're going to talk cryptocurrency too. I'm going to start doing XRP videos. I'm going to show you, don't leave your crypto on an exchange videos. And I'll tell you why. A lot of hacking potentials in the future. A lot of stuff you need to know about going forward with crypto. Also, we're doing van life stuff. I'm converting this puppy right here, this Trailblazer, into a tiny home so that I can wake up every morning anywhere I want, working my job, making six figures wherever I want to.
6 figures.
F rent. You know what I mean? For right now.
Nice little drop there.
Probably continue purchasing some properties to help support the cause. Any little thing. But freedom is where it's at. And AMC is going to bring that. AMC is going to bring that. You just got to be patient.
Freedom from money. Freedom from money itself, I guess. I don't know. He's not even talking about it now. He's just talking about his life and everything. Like, okay, some more hopium, please. Here's my arm. Inject me. Seems to be what people want. What is going on here? Why is that? There we go. Let's do the old skipperoo.
out and with some sick due diligence.
Oh, who's got sick due diligence?
Up
Scott
and
Allen?
up and
Yep.
up. But they're manipulating it right now so that
Ah.
doesn't happen. Total illegal, fraudulent behavior, in my opinion. And I think that's been proven time and time again by others doing due diligence. You know who I'm talking about. There's a lot of guys out there, quality YouTubers, that come out and with some sick due diligence. And there's news networks now that have this information. There's so much. They're all tied together, and we can't have this economy take a poop and just go up in smoke. Nor the stock market really, because there's a lot of quality.
Yeah, I don't know what's. I mean, yeah, I don't know what's going on there as far as 6 figures with a minivan. I mean, I guess it's possible. I don't know. I don't make 6 figures, and if I did, I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't be bragging about it. That's just me. But I'm more curious. Like, let me go back again.
So that doesn't happen. Fraudulent behavior, in my opinion.
Right there, right there.
The price goes up and up and up, but they're manipulating it right now so that doesn't happen. Total illegal, fraudulent behavior, in my opinion. And I think that's been proven time and time again by others doing due diligence. You know who I'm talking about. There's a lot of guys out there, quality YouTubers, that come out and with some sick due diligence.
By that, he means bullish due diligence. Like, the more bullish it is in the face of mounting losses, the more sick it is. It's amazing, DD. Ever notice that? Anyway, but the saying that it's been proven, really. I mean, I don't know. Proven. No, not been proven. It has not been proven. You're literally saying that Boss Blunts and AMC Bigums, to see the pothead and the crackhead together again, like ebony and ivory. No, that's Frankie Muhammad. And who was fucking Ivory? I forget. I was gonna make a meme of it. You know, what's his face and Paul McCartney, Ebony and Ivory. I was gonna put the faces of Frankie Muhammad and shit. Was it New York Angelo or Lou or Al? One of the guys that he idolizes. Anyway, because they were so united, together again, in perfect harmony. Let's see, 6 figures, not a lot in a big city. That's right. That's true. I mean, even in my mid-sized city, housing prices. I mean, and people know better than I do, but yeah, it's wild. Tony D and Casey Shaw live. Tony claims he supports freedom of expression, but I mean, I know that Manny's blocked. I think other people are blocked. I don't. I kind of avoided going into other chats. I've done it a few times, handful of times. I yeah. I like being on my own turf, I guess, more. Tony comes here sometimes. Tony hasn't come here lately. Tony has not been here in quite some time. But Tony used to come here a lot. He used to come a lot in the live stream. Last year, even on my old channel that got deleted. And even agreed on some things. But then he took a turn for the ape, the ignorant. I don't know what happened. Well, he probably started making that money. Called the Model 3 dude is called the King Hater. I mean, wow. That's I mean, it's a thing. Like yeah. Oh, let's see. I think one of you guys was over there, and it's like, oh, this guy is from one of the biggest bear channels, and he was talking about me, obviously, and I call him Darth Vader. Like, why? Why? Because I'm saying something that is, like, never mind the fact that, like, pretty much everything that we've said has been accurate, has come to pass. I mean, not specific prices, nobody can predict that, but, the general shape of my heart, you know, is we said it. People who listen to us here would have saved money. I mean, not listened in terms of what anybody said to do, but listened in terms of, okay, here's an objective analysis of what the situation is, and then made intelligent decisions based on that. That's the key. You can't. What are you going to do? You can't listen to somebody and just monkey see, monkey do. You have to listen to objective information and make intelligent decisions based on that, taking in all the information. If people had done that, they would have saved a lot of money. But anyway, whatever. It's not about that. It's never been about that aspect of it. But a byproduct of listening would have been that. But at the end of the day, really, it's a different opinion. It could be looked at as a different opinion, and any opinion that doesn't fit their little box, is bad. It's negative. And it's like, well, no, but being honest about the situation, uh, even if it's not what you want, is not being negative. It's being realistic. It's being an adult. It's being somebody who's interested in preserving their capital. You should always be looking for every, you know, every aspect, every different angle or source of information for this shit. Like listening to one-sided information is a recipe for exactly what happened here, which is disaster, essentially. I mean, I don't understand. I don't know how these guys get sleep at night, to be honest. I don't know how they sleep at night with this hanging over the sword of Damocles hanging over their head. And it is a sword of Damocles. At some point, I mean, and for a lot of people, the jig is up. But at some point, it will be clear. And I don't know, man. I don't want to be them. I don't want to be Adam Aaron. I don't want to be any of these people. But yeah, this is us here. This is a picture of me. It's a selfie I took earlier. We don't hate money. We hate the grifters. Boom. Boom. You can't crack on your own beliefs. I guess. So anyway, I got kind of ranty there, but I mean, this guy's a clown, plain and simple.
And there's news networks now that have this information. There's so much. They're all tied together, and we can't have this economy take a poop and just go up in smoke. Nor the stock market, really, because there's a lot of quality companies in the stock market.
Well, I mean, there you go, right there. I mean, we can't have this happen because there's quality companies. That's very principled approach. But I mean, this is the same guy that earlier in this video was talking about that this price should be $10,000, and it's being manipulated, and it's bad. But here, we can't have the stock price go. We can't have the stock market go down too much. What do you need? You need to manipulate it higher. Oh, okay. Rules for thee, not for me. I gotcha. Wow.
Most. They're all tied together, and we can't have this economy take a poop and and just go up in smoke.
Well, learn some economics, learn some macroeconomics. I mean,
For the stock market, really, because there's a lot of quality companies in the stock market. I mean, many. Most.
This guy, is a 6-figure, wage earner. So we can't have the economy go up in smoke. You like paying $6 a gallon for gas?
But it's what these hedge funds and these market makers have done. I think, my personal opinion, over the decades, and been getting away with it, keeping retail at bay. That's us. These effers are going to have their day in court, hopefully. Now, 2008, we saw what happened there. Nobody got arrested. Still trying to figure that out. If you or I did anything like that, we'd be buried under the, we'd be so deep, 3rd, 4th, 5th floor underground fed if we did it. But it's not who you know, it's who you blow, I guess. I don't know. They've been getting away with it, but we're hit.
It's he who has the gold makes the rules. It's the golden rule. Welcome to capitalism, bro. Like, that's what I don't understand. These people scream manipulation. They scream crime. They scream all this shit. Okay, but at the end of the day, there are people that have more resources than you do to deploy. They have more capital to deploy, which, I mean, this is a shock. This is a total shocker. I mean, they're not going to believe this. If you have more capital to deploy, you can move the market, essentially. So, hey, these guys over here have, the apes have this little peanuts money. A bunch of broken ass peanut shells on the floor. These guys over here have, a shitload of actual capital to deploy. That's called capitalism. That's called capitalism. This is the game you're in. This is the fucking system that you are in. I mean, goddamn. So, manipulation, crime, who knows? But at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, maybe they stole the money. Maybe that's what they mean. They stole the money that they're using as collateral to short AMC. There's your crime right there. Must be, because that's that would be a perfect exit liquidity video for bad back. But I mean, that's the only thing I can see, because other than that, you have the market, and unless the stock market computers are literally, programmed to interpret buys as sells and sells as buys, and that, and you can prove that, then y'all need to shut the fuck up about this bullshit and learn how the market actually works. Learn about capitalism. Learn about the economy. Learn why the stock market is going down or why it goes up, and how inflation, interest rates, and the bond market relates to the stock market, and how the dollar relates to the stock market, and all of these things. I mean, instead of sitting in your fucking van blathering about how, you're going to be even more rich, you should be doing actual research, not sexy killer DD like he likes, but like videos about the bond market and foreign exchange and, the order book and all these things that they just never bothered to learn about. Okay, rant done. You're not going to trick me with that one, Model 3 dude. I'm going to listen a little bit more of this, and we'll go to where does the market?
We're on to it,
the losses go?
And we're the people.
Casey Shaw, baby.
If you're holding AMC, keep doing that. Set yourself up alerts. Again, not financial advice. What I do, I set myself up with many alerts. Many. Like a $20 alert. AMC hits 20, 30, 60, 100. That way I know without a shadow of doubt.
Lonely ass alerts.
I get an alert. Something's going down here. Better check it out. and that's how I keep, because I'm not on this every day.
Well, at least he's not bothered by tons of notifications on that
anymore. I don't really, no, we're not doing that. They want us to do that. They want us to get frustrated. They want us to get tired of this shit.
Oh, plenty of people are. I mean, I'm not going to mention what I saw, but we've seen some very desperate stuff. Let's just put it that way. So it's good for you, Mr. $600,000 a year, or I'm sorry, 6 figures a year. That's great. Not everybody has a minivan that they can sleep in.
They want us to go to other plays. That's why I think other YouTubers are pitching other plays, because I think they're juiced in with this too at this point.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You tell me you're going to talk AMC stock and that's it.
Yeah, well, you know what? People change. People realize that they bought into a motherfucking scam. They bought snake oil that doesn't do shit, and they said it would make your hair grow back, Adam. They said that. It'll make his hair grow back if he puts it on his head. God damn it. And it didn't do shit, did it? He's still bald. So, I mean, come on. Like, this is a clown. It's bullshit. This guy's probably 60 years old. He's saying this bullshit. How in the fuck is he? The world's not fair. He makes 6 figures and he's saying this shit. God damn it. Should have been a grifter.
You tell me you're going to talk AMC stock and that's it. And this squeeze play until the very end, I got your back, and all that crap. But now you're talking other plays. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, I mean, yeah, it does. It makes perfect sense because AMC is a losing trade. I mean, I guess the apes have to close their trades in order to lose, actually, you know, truthfully. But, I mean, okay. So you lost 60, 70, 80% of your fucking portfolio. You're just going to sit there and take the last 10% without doing shit? Without looking around at anything else? Well, obviously there's a demand. See, he doesn't understand supply and demand at all. He doesn't understand it. Based on that statement alone, it doesn't make any sense to him why other YouTubers are talking about other stocks. Doesn't understand supply and demand. Obviously, there is a demand for it. People want to make money, not lose money.
If you're a true ape, you're talking AMC squeeze. Period. Don't try to get me to do anything else, because I'm not doing it. Ain't going to happen.
Well, you got
effed with us long enough.
So who cares?
So I'm waiting here. Again, either God or the hedge funds are buying my I'm not selling. As a matter of fact, I'm buying more every chance I get. And I'm also putting money.
Sounds like one of those guys who's like stays right in the path of a hurricane. You know, like right in the path of a hurricane. I'm not leaving. You can't make me leave. I'm not leaving. Okay. I mean, that's your right, I guess. Don't leave. Don't sell. Who cares? Nobody cares. At the end of the day, you know, your consequences you have to live with. How much you want to bet? How much you want to make a bet I could throw a football over them mountains? Yeah, coach would have put me in fourth quarter. We would have been state champions. No doubt. No doubt in my mind. Uncle Rico. Love it. Uncle fucking Rico. Oh my God. That's what this is. They're going to be talking about this for the next 20 more years. Let's see. I got to look something up because I don't remember. I don't want to say it right. Shit. Anyway, I'll get it. All right, let's finish this fucking
shit. Into this SUV conversion. So check out those videos. Like this. Like my channel. Subscribe to it. Get involved. I'm going to be doing a lot of cool stuff here. So I'd love for you to be a part of it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope.
Yeah. You should do videos on, like, I don't know, men's fashion or something. He seems like he's more cut out for that. Let's see. Oh my God. God damn it. Okay. Let me get this video here. This one is KC Shaw. Come on down. You're the next contestant on Bust a Grifter. The price is wrong, or maybe the price is right. The price is right. How about that? The price is right. It is right. It's not a glitch. It's not crime. It's just, it is what it is. This is Morant's Rants. Oh, it's a short rant. As long as we have a truce on GameStop, I don't have a problem with Morant's Rants. You know, I don't. Because what he says about AMC and the AMC investors and the AMC grifters, there's no disputing, you know, most of it. So that's no problem. Now, I have no, and I'm capable of, you know, seeing past differences here. Let's see. Is this, or is this somebody else? Let me.
You know, I saw
Oh.
what is it called? KC Shaw, is that his name?
Badback.
AMC
Mr.
KC Shaw, whatever.
Badback.
He said something that I mean, he's an absolute idiot by
Fuck.
asking the question.
The one with the back that is bad posted this actually, but it's clipped from Morant's Rants. So let me turn this down because I changed the way I did my audio, and it's super loud. But all right, so here we go.
You know, I saw what is it called? KC Shaw, is that his name? AMC KC Shaw, whatever. He said something that I mean,
AMKC Shaw is how he says it. Or the name of his show, his stream is AMC and ADD. And at first, I'll be honest, I thought he was talking about a ticker symbol, ADD. And I'm like, what the hell is ADD? I couldn't even find it. I don't think there is a ticker ADD in the US market. But then I realized, oh, attention deficit disorder, which somehow seemed fitting. But then I listened to him, and he was like comically bullish on AMC.
what is it called? KC Shaw, is that his name? AMC KC Shaw, whatever. He said something that I mean, he's an absolute idiot by asking the question. He said, when the stock market loses money, where does the money go? Like when they say, oh, the investors lost $980 billion today, where did that money go? Well, hey, Casey, just so you're aware, the original seller has the money. It's you that is holding that devalues it and doesn't have as much money. So the money was still there. It was still made when they sold the shares at that elevated price. They're just letting you know that the market itself has lost value. Genius. But let's talk about the ammo for the hedgies as far as ape.
Fantastic. And I think Badback said he supplied Morant's with that tweet or Ask Reddit. It was an Ask Reddit, I believe. Seems to care about the apes. So unlike Strongman, Morant seems to care about the apes. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, you know, I appreciate, you know, different approaches, different goals, different, you know, reasons for doing this, and or you know, different opinions even. So we try to be neutral about it. It doesn't always work. And you know, yeah, we think they fucked up and they're idiots, but what can you do? I mean, it's not the focus, not the focus. But I mean, you know, it's good that somebody is standing behind them, I guess. So let me let this load here, and because it's a long stream and my connection. And yes, it is the Swingers Club. Most likely, it's what is today? Tuesday? Yeah, still Tuesday. Wow, motherfuck.
tell you something right now.
Okay, here we go.
Terrible trades, Matthew Kohrs, Meet Kevin, TMI, Lou, Alf versus
Lou.
Boston, Phil For Real, Tony De Niro, Masterlorian, Spencer, Froggy Stocks,
The Masked Investor,
Froggy Styles,
Creative Investor.
Short the VIX.
Oh, good one. Review Dork.
I mean,
Review
who
Dork.
am I missing?
Review
AMC
Dork.
Bigums,
TMI.
Marcel, Butcher Wall Street, Boss Buns.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, listen very clearly.
Finance News.
You're
NG.
going to cost people their lives. You are you are fighting for market fairness, as you call it, and or a squeeze or whatever you want to say it is. And you're lying to people and you don't know it. You are going to cost people their lives. It's been said. I said it out in the open here. People are overextended. And just because you said don't do it doesn't make it any better.
No.
At some point, you got to cancel the concert. At some point, you got to stop the music. At some point, you got to stop cashing checks. At some point, you got to take responsibility for the crowd you created.
Amen. Holy fuck.
People are all in. People are overextended. People are buried. And it's not going to get better just because you tweet or you say in a camera, well, I think we're still going to hit, we think we still have time to see all-time highs. This educated crowd or this not educated crowd, whatever you want to call them, they don't think the way you do. They don't have a nest egg of YouTube money to sit on and just be like, yeah, that's okay. I'm still going to get views off this video. Keep the opium up. No, these guys are out going to work every day, dealing with divorce, dealing with family loss. They went through COVID. They went through this. Every day, something's happening for people. And the hope that they have, that you're giving them, is false. And I want to know when you guys are going to open up to it and be real with people. Just own it. Just be like, you know what? We fucked up. We're wrong. Oh, no, it's going to be so easy to point the finger at Adam Aron, right? This is the blindness of anybody out here in this space. You don't just get to point fingers at CEOs and chairmen of the board and be like, it's your fault. It's your problem. I've said it with caution the whole way through. Fundamentals is the only play.
This is really good. Wow. Damn. I mean, that's everything that we've been trying to... Fuck you, Marantz. You said it way better than I ever did. I hate you.
There is no squeeze that I would invest for. Please, don't go back.
And I said that not too long ago when all these stupid Hong Kong stocks were presenting people more and more opportunities to lose money because that's what everybody needed. It's not really legitimate. It's not a legitimate strategy. Yes, you can get lucky, but it's not a legitimate strategy.
About that. Don't do that with your finances. Don't do that with your family's finances and with the trust of your family. You preaching it to everybody. Tell me why every AMC guy in this space on YouTube has minimal family to talk about or not a real career, not a real job. Nobody has anything of risk. No one is risking anything on the AMC YouTuber side. But yet every follower of them is risking it all. If I were overextended, if I was risking my life, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel. You understand? My wife would be right here telling you it's over, pulling the plug. No way. My husband's overextended. He put too much in. He can't even live his life. We're behind on bills. We're struggling. This inflation is killing us. It's the other way around, AMC. Because you guys want to give dreams of we're going to be so fucking rich. When I say I'll see you around, millionaires, I've explained myself. I've explained it in detail how this can happen and how it will happen over time. But you guys don't. You adjust. You move the field goal post day in and day out. But none of you have been sincere or real with your followers. I was even told by Terrible herself, it is not my responsibility to tell her 83,000 followers what's going to happen.
Jesus Christ.
No, it's hers, right? Spencer, Froggy, all you dudes.
They're fucking despicable.
You're all wrong. And half of you already left the play. Half of you already sold. SEC should have everybody's number lined up.
Trey sold his calls last year and made $1 million. What more proof? What more of an indication do people need that motherfucker hasn't believed this shit for over a year? And it took him just until recently to pussy out of it. Yes, he slithered his way out and said, oh, I deserve, da-da-da-da. You fucking deserve. What the fuck do you fucking deserve? You deserve to be in fucking jail. He deserves to be in fucking jail. Or at least to give back the fucking money that he made. All of these guys. I hope this is where Marantz is going with this. Or at least to be sanctioned or something. There has to be some consequence. Should be. Trey belongs in jail. That Dwayne would go over real well in jail.
Up right now. They pump, they pump, they pump. They tell you to hold. They do that. They sell contracts on the back of you holding.
Yep.
You're not doing that.
I said last year that Roensch Capital has got to be selling covered calls. The way he talks about the option chain misrepresents everything about the option chain. No doubt that Short the VIX and all those fucks were selling calls to the apes when they were telling them to buy the 145, not telling them to buy, talking about how bullish it was, talking about, oh, they added 145s, guys. That means it could go there at ridiculously high premiums at the height of the IV, and the apes got fucking crushed, and these fucks made a killing on it. Disgusting. They're scoundrels.
There are multiple people.
Jack is silly. He's silly.
Multiple people that come in here and don't understand the show. Ding dong, ding ding dong dong.
Jack Hunter needs to do another yoga stream, I think. That's what he needs.
Ding dong, ding ding dong dong. You've been here, I don't even know how many times, numerous amount of times you've been into this channel. Not only do you have a terrible name, but you also have a terrible presence. Every time you come in, oh, come on, man. We can't be talking about AMC. We could. We can, and we will. By the way, GameStop's green. By the way, GameStop's still holding that $25 price point. Even in this market, in this economy. Wow. AMC's hitting all-time lows.
That's $100 pre-split, I believe, right?
Intra-year lows. Ape. All you guys who say, oh, it doesn't cost me nothing to hold, it's cost you half your equity in your stock. It's cost you 80% in Ape itself. You know what's the craziest part? Is you guys, here we go. Okay. What do you want us to do now? Sell red? Ding, ding, dong, dong. I want you to come to the realization that money's gone. Yes, that's one thing. 2, do I want you to sell? No, I don't care what you do. I don't give you that advice. What I want you to do is stop coming in here and telling me I'm wrong and telling me like I'm the bad guy. See, when you can come to grips with your issue and your problem, that's great, but don't project it on me. I'm the one voice, the one guy that has been saying the same thing for 20 months and telling the world.
Maybe 20 months. Maybe 20 months. But there's only really one person who has focused on calling out the grifters for the last 15 months, while also not pumping another stock or advocating for another stock. And you're on his channel right now. It's the guy you're listening to right now. But you know what? It's okay. It's not a pissing contest, and I don't know what I just did. And I only had, and there's only, once we get down to brass tacks here, this is when people start getting uncomfortable and my computer freezes and, everything, because I didn't make $1 million selling calls or, trading call options last year. So I don't have all that.
Matt Kohrs, Tony De Niro, Trey
Anyway.
Trades,
Oh, shit.
TMI. No one's live right now. Everyone left.
Well, anyway.
But yet you want to come in here and bash me.
That's why. Because they have all those channels. That's what I always say when people come into live chat and they start ape talking points, AMC or ape talking points. It's like, dude, go to one of the dozens of channels that will have you where you can do that. It's not, we don't care here. So, God dang it. I'm screwing up here. When did he put that on? Oh, no. Shit. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link to this just for anybody else that might see this later. I put that link in the chat there so people can watch the rest of it, which I will also do. Frankie and Donnie are nuts. Yeah, both of those guys are definitely off. Tony is just an old man. He's an old man who, tries to be hip, quite frankly. When it's really just like, bye, bitch. Bye, Felicia.
This can happen and how it will happen over time.
Over time. And that's different. I mean, I don't necessarily agree, but whatever. It's not about that. Well, anyway, that's pretty heavy. That is pretty heavy. I got to be honest. That's pretty heavy.
By the way, GameStop's still holding that $25 price point, even in this market, in this economy.
Lou is definitely the king of the grifters. 100%. I mean, the fact that anybody, God, I mean,
projected on me.
If I told my mom, and I bring this up because Casey Shaw and the mom thing, whatever. If I told my mother, yeah, I invested in this this stock that, this guy on YouTube, he's from New York. Yeah, he's from New York. Yeah, he's in, oh, you mean like Wall Street? No. Bronx, Brooklyn, wherever the hell he is. No, there. He's a Puerto Rican guy. No, he's real good with that stuff. Even just that much information, I think, would probably be a red flag. Like, what the hell is my son?
I'm the one voice, the one guy that has been saying the same thing for 20 months and telling the world they're wrong. Everybody. And these guys just shun it and quiet it. Why are you not upset with everyone else? Why are you not in their chats? Oh, I know why. Because they're not live anymore.
Huh.
Matt Kohrs, Tony De Niro, Trey Trades, TMI. No one's live right now. Everyone left. But yet you want to come in here and bash me.
Yep. They do.
It can be worthless. It's going to run a final time, and I hope people leave the stock. You could say that all damn day, ding ding. But what does that have to do with you bad mouthing me?
What does it have to do with the fact that these fucking assholes have been lying and misleading people, not only about AMC? This is the thing that kills me. It's not just about AMC. It's about the stock market and investing and trading in general. They have filled their heads with so much nonsense. They are going to lose out, a lot of these people, not only on whatever they invested in AMC, but also future returns that they will miss out, an opportunity cost of future investments they will not make, or future bad investments that they make based on what they quote unquote learned from this. To me, as somebody who has worked as an educator before in my life, it's unforgivable. It is absolutely unforgivable that somebody who is not qualified, and they know they're not qualified, and they know that they're misleading people and putting out, whatever people want to hear. It's inexcusable. It's unforgivable. It's ridiculous. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. That's, that at the end of the day, which it is right now, the end of the day, this is one of the big reasons why I decided to do this last year, because I couldn't sit idly by. The apes want to say, why do you care where I spend my money? Why do you care what stocks I'm in? Why do you care? What does it matter to you? You must be a short. You must be a hedgy. No, I'm just somebody who can't sit by when people are being misled to this degree. It's that simple. They love to say that. Trey likes to say that. Frankie likes to say that. Well, fuck it. I'm going to say it. It's just that simple. It is just that simple. Some people actually fucking care. And yeah, I don't care about the apes individually. I don't care. I know people are going to lose money. Yes, it sucks, but it's part of life. Whatever. People will deal with it their own way. Some people will have a worse time. I understand all that. But again, you have to go to the source of the information. The source is Trey, Matt Kohrs, Short the VIX, all those guys that he listed that we talked about ad nauseum here. Those are the ones who deserve to be torn down. Those guys are the ones who are largely responsible for creating the environment where people could make such horrible decisions. And yes, they made those decisions themselves. No argument there. However, just going to leave it there.
I want your apology. Don't tell me what you think can happen. I want your apology. I want you to say, you know what, Marantz, you were right. You tried to save us all. That's it. I'm going to read the chat.
Maybe, yeah. Mother of all short
But as David's
scams.
telling you right now in the chat, ding ding, not a single YouTuber has admitted that they were wrong and that they're still wrong.
And, I'll be honest, the drama, man, we got a taste of that drama one time with Froggy Styles, sorry. Froggy, I had to remember which Froggy it was. And some woman that was in there, and, we listened to it, and it was, it was exciting. So yeah, that is, and this is a good season. I like this season. Man, crazy.
They're still trying to connect with the crowd and say, well, it's not going to run right now because of this market and this economy, but it will run one day. No, it's not.
So if the crash was the catalyst.
It's going to get worse.
Well, Adam Lewis said it can't go much lower.
And you know what's crazy? I can actually sit here and I'm so confident with it. I have been. I've been so confident for a long time about this. let's take HYMC first. I'm going to break everything down, guys, as we talk about GameStop. We will talk about GameStop right now. HYMC. I don't know why anyone would say anything positive about this stock, why anyone would brag about buying contracts in this stock. Why are you buying this stock? Anybody out there? Why are there 8,000 stocks available for the public to buy, and people have to promote that they are buying that stock, whether they go long in 3 years from now or 2 years from now, or they believe there might be a pop coming up real soon? Why are they talking about HYMC? Anybody know?
Because
there's 8,000 stocks. Because it's the one that Aron has, and it's the one that the apes went and bought. So until I start seeing people blowing up, and I know you have, badass trader, I know you have. I know you've been talking that good fight for a long time. Just
by and large, people believe, CSI believes it'll squeeze.
Until you see everyone talking shit to all these AMC YouTubers, I won't stand for it. There's no way that people can tell me, oh yeah, well the fundamentals of this are looking in the right way. They're looking great. Nah, because every time I post a video, it's the same fuck faces out here talking that shit. There's only one stock to buy out here, guys. It's GameStop. If you're buying ape because it's cheap, it's $1.70, Marantz. I gotta buy it. You're an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that.
That thing will be worthless. That thing will be under $1. I'm telling you. Good dilution? There's no such thing. It's still dilution.
Or ape. What's he talking
Tell me,
about?
Aron. You're selling out 500 million of it. I don't care if it was a penny a piece, guys. If it was a penny a piece, you still don't have $5 million to buy it. Nobody does. Do you get it yet? Nobody wants to buy their debt. And that's what that is. And when they do buy it, oh, you better.
But the bonds, but the bonds. Robert M. says the bonds.
Be fearful that someone out there has the ability, whenever the board of directors wants to do it, to now take control or take back control of their company. That unit, that stock, and I told everybody, every AMC YouTuber you guys know, every Twitter personality you guys know, I talked to in a Twitter Spaces call. I sent messages. They all came in. We chatted up about it, and I told everybody, this is the Trojan horse of the retail investment. This unit right here. No, it's going to $100, Marantz. It's going to $50 a share. The shorts need it. The shorts need it. I said, what shorts? What is it that these guys don't fucking understand?
Everything.
What is short? Everything. Everything is short. Your movie stock is not going to make this world move. You think it's more popular? Let me tell you how ignorant this is, okay, guys? I'm gonna teach you guys something about manipulation and optics. You ever want to make something look like it's really moving or make it look like it's more popular? Right? Go put some bots on it. Go put some fake YouTube numbers on it. Go put some fake Twitter likes on it. And then go look at those chat channels and look at the way that chat runs when it doesn't run. And they have 1,000 people in the chat. And you can read the chat just like mine. 1,000 people? Never. Ryan Cohen about to bag y'all, BBBY, AMC, GME, both, clown. Okay, Ken Griffin. Let me help you out, Ken Griffin. Ryan Cohen about to bag me. Ryan Cohen has $1.2 billion worth of GameStop right now. $1.2 billion. No one has that much money in there. No one. He's going to bag himself. What's it got to do with me? What's that got to do with me? I'm invested for the fundamentals of this company and where they're headed and what they're doing and the leadership team. And you think he's going to bag us? You don't even know who Mark Vadden is. You don't have a clue of who that is. You might know Larry Chang. You might know Ryan Cohen. You might know Matthew Furlong. You don't know who Mark Vadden is. And you don't know who's actually pulling the strings and giving the advice to Ryan on how to run this? There's only been one guy to beat Amazon this whole last 25 years. It's Mark Vadden. I know you're going to go Google it now. I know. It's okay. L Doomslayer, you've been here for a long time. I've seen you come around and troll shit. And yeah, GME is dead, bro. Yeah, there's a whole red market around you, dumbass. The whole economy's crashing. The SPY is down 120 points from last year. Right? AMC is down to all-time lows. Guess where GameStop's at right now? It's green, $25, still holding average.
I mean, that is true.
So while the whole market's coming down, GameStop's still holding. And at one point, you're going to see GameStop just get above the market because the value of that company is going to dwarf the market. Market come crashing down. GameStop's not crashing. You don't know who really holds this shit. We do. The people. Real people. I know 4,500 people. Actual people, not bots. People that hold GameStop. Is that a lot? That's a lot to me. That's a lot to me. A lot more than AMC. Who do you know at AMC, guys? Who do you know owns it? Who? What, you think Trey and Matt have 300,000 people watch them? Is that what you think? You don't think those are Chinese bots yet? What do you think? You think Lou has 100,000 people watching him? You guys don't get it. Rance, do you have a boss? Yeah, my wife. Wolverine. My wife.
Right answer.
What the F? Never said I'm holding AMC.
Right answer.
Doesn't matter
brother.
what you hold. Doomslayer. Doesn't matter what you hold. You can hold Apple at this point. Still not going to beat GameStop.
Ortex. Oh, that's a good one. Ortex.
You haven't even figured that part out.
They belong right there in jail with the rest of those clowns, in my facetious opinion. But they definitely have played a part in this. They have played their role. Shit. What was I? Oh yeah. I want to show one other thing here before it's time to wrap this up. So this is a GameStop with the AMC in the blue overlaid. So take from that what you will. But that's not what I wanted to show. What I did want to show was the SPY, and I'm just going to use the S&P futures. Okay. So this is what we look at on Sunday evenings here at around 6 o'clock. And I'm going to go to 30-minute chart and just back it off a little bit here. And I've got this on here. Let me get this off here. So this is the market. I want to put a comparison on here. Let me see if it's still in here from earlier. Nope. I want to put this comparison here. So this is the Japanese, the Japan 225 index. And I want, if there's any apes watching, I want to call your attention to this crime. I mean, this is blatant crime here. The United States market moves with the Japanese market. And I know that, there's all kinds of controversy around AMC and GameStop and Bed Bath & Beyond and the other meme stocks trading at similar. That's not what I wanted at all. Not what I wanted at all. Get back. That those stocks trade together. I wonder, I'm genuinely curious how they, or how you, if you're an ape, would interpret this. Because, the reality is, and of course it's not exactly the same, not exactly the same, but by and large, and if you notice, it's interesting, it's very curious, and this is a good lesson in correlation, but it seems to be more correlated on the downside here and here and here, and certainly with COVID, the COVID crash over here. So again, the blue line is the Japanese JP225 index. And it's fairly correlated on the up too, but Japan actually shot up more quickly, but they peaked here. Well, actually, they didn't peak until September of 2021, but they secondarily peaked here in February of 2021. Anyway, the lesson, I guess, is, or the point I'm trying to make is that these things they don't exist in vacuums. They don't exist in a vacuum. Everything's connected. Everything's connected. It's a global society. It's a global markets. And the reality is that things move together. We have Japanese stocks in our market. The Japanese market has American stocks. It's just the way it is. GME down from the split of 35. Not bad. Could be a lot worse. Could get a lot worse. Who knows? I mean, I'm not going to say either way. I don't know. I would tend to think that it probably, based on the last earnings, I'm not a believer. Hey, that's okay. He's a long-term believer. He has his reasons. That's fine. It's not a short squeeze. It's fundamental. Okay. So anyway, yeah. When you start looking at correlations, it gets really interesting. Skip ahead a little bit. Got to close up soon. RNVA. Oh my God. I looked at that. I've never seen it before. I looked at it today during the day. Yeah.
Jesus, when it sees, we seen it the first 10 times. Oh, you'll be all right, man. Rance, do you work for someone or have a business? Wolverine, if you're trying to find out what I do for a living, and or first you said, do I have a boss? Yes, I have a boss. Do I work for someone? Yes, I work for someone. Do I have a business? No, I don't have a business. I go to work and I come home, and I enjoy my life.
That's what
I make a livable wage in California. You do the math. Trey trades pumping AMC while he's selling options, then sells AMC, quits YouTube, your boy. Exactly. It's absolutely ridiculous. Hey, Wolverine, if you want 20 questions, bro, write me a letter. Pen palette. Send me a love note. I appreciate it. Still with the kiss.
And in fact, maybe he was selling options too, but I believe he had long calls. I thought he had long calls. That's another good point. Both currencies are considered safe havens for Japan and the United States. So the interconnectedness, or the and the similarities. Here's RNVA. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just so curious how these stocks move. What is that? That's 2 10,000ths of a penny. Is that right? 2 10,000ths of a penny. 10,000ths of a penny. What? And AMC is starting to look like this at times. I saw it today. It looks like this barcoding. You can hit that with your barcode scanner. It would come up as, worthless. The cash register doesn't have that many places, decimal places. This barcoding bullshit. Wow. $2.206 billion volume. Average volume in the last 10 days, 1.646 billion. Market cap, 1.936 million. Okay. 9.679 billion shares in the float. What's the goal here? Oh, we're going to squeeze? They don't have the turnover there, but, you know, it'd be being generous here, you know. It's like 1/5 of the float, roughly, traded today. And that's a lot for it. It's higher than average. 1/5 of the float traded. Oh, but TradingView's got a buy signal on it, so wow. Basic earnings per share, negative 59.46 and 63 cents. Good job, CSI.
The one, the only
Wow.
GME YouTuber, Marantz. We will never forget, man. Well, thank you, Michael Lang. I really appreciate you, man. You've been a huge supporter from the jump, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I really wouldn't. I just want to warn everybody, when these higher wages don't match, when the higher wages don't match the run of inflation, you're going to be broke. You're going to be house broke, and you're going to be sitting there looking at your shares. This is what the pressure is. This is why people are crumbling, because inflation is crumbling on them. They feel the pressure of, man, I'm frustrated. Adam Aron's not saying anything. Well, if you really believed in your investment and you really believed in Adam Aron, you wouldn't question him, right? Oh, no, we got to question our leaders. Is that what it is? You put him in there. You gave him the keys to the mansion. YouTube pushes AMC hard, but it's hard to find a GMEDD. It was hard to find Marantz. I finally did last week. Danzo Strife, catch up. There's 800 videos, brother. But yes, you're off on the context. Am I? Thank you for letting us know Trades is falling. Yeah, we know. I've been saying it for years. I've been saying it since he got here. Okay, the GME price hasn't gotten back up to those pre-offer prices. Correct. Okay. So, Cameron Cardanza, I'm going to call you Cameron C, okay? I'm going to help you out with a couple of things. One, GameStop insiders are extremely intelligent. They saw the price of GameStop at over $200 a share, and they did the coffers. And out tweet from Ryan Cohen that same day. Ding dong, chill, man. I don't even think Marantz has an ID. No, I do not. I'll DM you. Oh, CKJ, you know better than to be sending me super chats. You know better. You know better. You know the way this works. But I love you. Want to piss off a GameStop investor? Lie and lie about GameStop. Want to piss off an ANC chimp? Simply tell the truth and state facts about GameStop. Yes, that's where it works.
Yep.
What's more lame? Marantz only having 40 people chatting, or the dude hate watching Marantz and has nothing better to do? High roller? Yeah, it's 140, but not. I hear you. Yeah, I know. I was just making a point, but you're absolutely correct. It's kind of like what my brother used to say. And this is my older brother. We used to be like, bro, you're weak as fuck, bro. And he'd be like, yeah, what's weak? The person who's weak, or the person who's a brother to a weak person? I don't know. He would always use it like that. Like, always be that third person shit. I'm like, yo, that guy's trying to play these Jedi mind tricks. They don't work on me. They work on the common sense investor. Have you seen this dude? I swear to God, guys, I can't make this shit up. He told everybody he needs to buy HYMC over ape. Ooh, those are your choices? Those are your two options? I couldn't get over. I'm like, those are your two options.
And GTII is going to squeeze to $2.
The fuck happened to me? Bro, I would rethink my whole life. I would if those were my two options to invest in. I love GameStop, guys. I really do, and nothing's ever going to change from that. But the flash in the pan that is ape.
Oh, stop the presses here. Model 3 dude dropping some wisdom. You know what gets me is how we have a small channel, but we have more knowledge than any of the other channels. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, I appreciate that, you know, and it's a testament to all you guys, really, like, you know, somehow managed to attract, you know, amazing subscribers. But Yeah, and like I said before, it'd be nice to have a larger channel, more people. But at the end of the day, I do prefer, the smaller, intimate type of thing. At least at this point, I don't have the time to spend to really do justice what needs to be done here in terms of putting out more videos and spending time, you know, r- doing research and preparing things as much as I want to. I mean, you know, so that's why I've been going with the live streams because it's easy. But really, it could be a lot more, and I suspect that's probably why. Um, it's like the kid in school who doesn't apply himself, essentially, and that was kind of me. But at least, early on, whatever. But like, there's a lot of potential, but it isn't realized because you're not spending enough time, reading the book or doing the math homework or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. It is, I guess it's one of those paradoxes or something, but maybe people will, I don't know. I also don't, I'm not good at promoting things. I don't like talking about myself. I don't, yeah, there's a lot of more things I could do probably to grow that, but I agree though. I mean, there is a lot of knowledge here, and not necessarily me. It's, it's I wouldn't have found this video if it weren't for Manny. I wouldn't have found. I wouldn't even know who Morantz is probably because he doesn't come up in search results. And you guys are here every stream supporting it. So I mean, I it's like anything else, I guess, in terms of performance or art or anything. It doesn't mean anything unless there's somebody in the audience, somebody looking at the painting or listening to the song or watching the video. So thank you guys, and thank you, Model 3 Dude. Those that lurk, they know that they do not have the knowledge to come in the chat. And that could be true too. But I honestly thought that there have not been very many trolls lately. I mean, I could be jinxing it here. There haven't been. Um, Not on YouTube. So I wonder if that's a function of, this essentially. I wonder if that's a function of or they can't stand my slow internet. I swear it's gotten worse over the last couple weeks. I don't know. I gotta look into this, but maybe it's a function of this. Let me go and log. That's the pros use. Well, it really does change the way it looks. We also have a comparison on here. I don't want anymore, but I tell you, it it was ridiculous before to get so much hate just for having, a contrary viewpoint to what everybody believed, which is also kind of a ridiculous thing to have to say, like what people believed or believe. It's not about belief, it's about what the reality is, what the evidence reasonably shows. But I think it would be I mean, it says something that even these clowns, even the most hardcore of apes, like Joey Garcia, where's Joey at? I haven't seen Joey in months. I hope he's okay. From one man to another, I hope he's okay. I haven't seen him. But even he knows, even he isn't a big enough clown, apparently. And I'm just being I'm being stupid, but even they know that Joey Garcia's know that they couldn't get away with it now. I mean, sure they could, but even they would feel like an idiot, like a jackass coming in here, spouting their nonsense. Oh, I guess we had Shauna the other night. Shauna, where are you now, Shauna? Yeah, I don't know, but could be true. You know, and that's fine. The fact that really, what's really, um, about Joey Garcia at the game and still here. I mean, that, that says it all. That says it all. And these guys, these clowns, all these fucks here, they would be. I mean, they don't have one subscriber that's as dedicated as the 6 of you that are here, on every stream. So like I said, I take it. I'll take it. I didn't expect to be doing this now. Last year started it, had some bumps along the way. Let's say I didn't think we'd still be talking about this shit now. And maybe there could be a case. There's a case to be made for it's. Maybe there isn't. Maybe it's run, but it hasn't run its course yet. So we'll be here until this thing is done, and probably beyond that. I mean, hopefully we'll grow a little faster. Kind of, get some different content in here. But these guys, these clowns would be lucky to have, one subscriber as good as, the people that are here on a consistent basis. So in terms of, people being intimidated in the chat, I guess I could understand that. The thing is, it's like they say, don't fight the Fed. Don't fight the chat. Don't fight the chat. But I mean, that's the thing too. We got some, we got good resources. The Telegram chat is great. Again, it'd be better to grow it and get even more opinions and people and all that stuff. But I understand chat's not for everybody. It's fine. Good knowledge and honesty. We don't hide our losses, and I mean, we don't show every position and anything like that. We talk about it, and people show their trades or whatever. But I mean, it's not, it's not required or anything like that. So I mean, and it's not about bragging. So it is good. I'm very pleased with everything. And I just wish I had more time to really dedicate to this what it should be. Last year, when I wasn't working, it was a lot different. Had much more time. And nights like this, it's like, yeah, I wish I could keep going for 4 more hours. Last year, I would have been making a video because it wasn't really live that much or at all. But still, it was great fun, and but I much prefer now. So anyway, done first quarter next year, 100% sure. At some point, we're going to have to set up some kind of thing where people can place their predictions for this type of stuff, including that. When will, and then the next question, how do we know? I mean, what is the goalpost for it's done? Like no AMC videos saying that there'll be a short squeeze, or a majority of videos saying that it's dead, or just, I don't know. We have to come up with that too, or maybe it's simpler. Maybe it's way simpler than that. But every time I've made a prediction in my head, I don't really ever say it out loud because it's like, because every time I say it in my head, it's like we just blow through it like a violated support level in a raging downtrending market. It just blows through it, and here we are, literally, October of the next year, still seeing this stuff, and people are getting more desperate, and YouTubers are dropping like flies, and it is an embarrassment. It is unfortunate. It is something that is, it was totally preventable. Mostly ego is to blame, and greed, and all the things that always screw us all up screw a lot, some of us up in the market, and that we still struggle with. But the difference is, I think, that we're aware of that, and I guess I'm really talking about myself here primarily. I'm aware of it. I'm conscious of it. I try, to put these things into practice, but not always perfect. But we are aware of it. And my ego is not so large as to not be able to, listen to other people. And I mean, that's how I've learned everything that I do know. So, I mean, like, you have to trade the market the way it is, not the way you want it to be. And when it's time to buy, you're not going to want to buy, and when it's time to sell, you're not going to want to sell. And when it's time to short, you won't be able to borrow shares. And those types of maxims or sayings or bits of wisdom. I mean, that, like, the fact that these people would be so brazenly and willfully ignorant, it's foreign to me. It's like, it would be like me trying to read Japanese. It makes no sense to me. I can make nothing out of it, nothing of it, except that this is Japanese for bag holder. So anyway, let's see here. I'm gonna skip forward in Marantz and just kind of see, see if he drops anything else in this
What would GameStop sell?
good video.
Just curious. Digital media is going to be king, and Amazon is cheaper. Curious. I
want to go back to what we started with on this.
We had an increase in
so
GameStop members. We had an increase.
I mean, this is like heavy. Is there some kind of problem with Earth's gravitational pull in the future? Good old 1985. So anyway, I'm gonna play it out here on this because it's pretty wild. Is that where we started? Guess so. Moass is over when Trey removes the AMC all-time high pin. Oh, on his on his Twitter, yeah. Jesus. God, he still has that on there. Ridiculous. Yeah, that is where we started. So, I guess Badback's out for the count, down for the count, which is cool. Appreciate him chatting and all whoever was the other people that were on the Twitter Space calls earlier. I had to drive an hour away for another job after work, so it just it went by like in the blink of an eye. So that's cool. Oh, come on. Of course. It's like, I want to just go back to what I already watched. I can't even do that. Let's see. Actually, I just want to look at the. Let's just go here. I just probably make it worse, but I like the site Trading Economics for a lot of just quick information and quotes and things. So. Take a look at what's happening here. Hong Kong down 2%. New Zealand 50. And commodities. And maybe the video will be loaded by then. So gasoline futures down a little bit, 2 cents. All energy, really. Gold up. .2%. Platinum also. Lumber futures rose yesterday by over 5%, 5.75%. Here we go with that again. Also orange juice, sunflower oil. It's good to keep your eye on this type of stuff. I think. So, finally, what's on the calendar tomorrow? Oh, that's right. We have PPI, Producer Price Index tomorrow. Mortgage data. Thursday, we have CPI. Friday, you got retail, sales, import and export, and Michigan business expectations and consumer expectations, inflation expectations. So there's a lot of data coming out starting tomorrow. Today was a pretty light day. We had consumer inflation expectations for September down by 0.3%. I don't know about that. We'll see. We will see. Business optimism index is down by 0.1%. Nominal moves. All right. So if you think if people think, I mean, and I don't know, so I'm just speculating, but if this has been now that's what I call a sell-off part 1 today or yesterday and today, there may be more volatility in store. Maybe. Which, again, I mean, is a good thing. It's good. It is a good thing if you're on the right side of it mentally, so to speak. So I was looking at the VIX. The VIX was at 33 today. The volatility on the NASDAQ was at 39. That's quite high. Russell 37. Crypto, you know, yeah, everything's correlated. The everything market. I'm going to make sure it's on a new price scale. Okay. Yeah. So it's a good thing that we got these cryptos that are inflation busters, safe against inflation. All right.
I'll tell you something right now. Terrible trades, Matthew Kohrs, Meet Kevin, TMI, Lou, Alf versus Boston, Phil For Real, Tony De Niro, Mastalorian, Spencer, Froggy Stocks, Froggy Styles.
Why are there 2 froggies?
Short the VIX.
Review dork.
I mean, who am I missing? AMC Bigums, Marcel,
Investor.
Butcher Wall Street, Boss Blunts. Everybody, listen very clearly. You're going to cost people their lives. You are fighting for market fairness, as you call it, and or a squeeze or whatever you want to say it is. and you're lying to people and you don't know it, you are going to cost people their lives. It's been said. I said it out in the open here. People are overextended. And just because you said don't do it doesn't make it any better. At some point, you got to cancel the concert. At some point, you got to stop the music. At some point, you got to stop cashing checks. At some point, you got to take responsibility for the crowd you created. People are all in. People are overextended. People are buried. And it's not going to get better just because you tweet or you say in a camera, well, I think we're still going to hit, we think we still have time to see all-time highs. This educated crowd or this not educated crowd, whatever you want to call them, they don't think the way you do. They don't have a nest egg of YouTube money to sit on and just be like, yeah, that's okay. I'm still going to get views off this video. Keep the opium up. No, these guys are out going to work every day, dealing with divorce, dealing with family loss. They went through COVID. They went through this. Every day, something's happening for people. And the hope that they have, that you're giving them, is false. And I want to know when you...
One of the best quotes that I found that I used in a thumbnail image was, hope is the most dangerous thing you can give somebody. Hope is the most dangerous thing you can give somebody. And I don't think that it really applies in a more fitting, I don't think it's more fitting than in this situation. All right. Good video by Marantz. We disagree on, some aspects of GameStop and some other things, but pushing that aside, I mean, this video hits the nail on the head. Great video. Said better than I ever have in the time that I've been doing this. So, kudos for that. All right, let's look at Reddit and get the hell out of here. Yeah, well, he doesn't have this song.
Another blunt, man.
It's the best thing I got, besides the subscribers. Okay, we're in hot mode here. To the ape that called me weak for asking a question. Does this look weak to you? Uh-oh. We're going to get a position. Oh, yep. Book costs 171 grand. 97 down 100 grand. Wow. That's I don't know if weak is the right word. Anyway, squeeze floors, 1K self gain, not crazy, 5K, 5 to 10% of apes get wealthy. 10K, 25% might have life-changing money. 25K, 50%. What science went into this? Like, don't answer that, anybody. 50K, almost all apes are millionaires before taxes.
You got a real bad temper.
Game changer. 100K, once in a lifetime. Everybody eats. Textbooks and classrooms will remember us and use it as a case study. The floor is ours. The ball is in our court. How do we want to be remembered? Boy, that's empowering, isn't it? The shill who wanted retail to sell their AMC and ape is now a financial advisor, approved by SEC. The SEC just approved my financial advisory company, and I'm officially licensed as a financial advisor. Meet Kevin. Meet Kevin, the financial advisor who drinks and drives. We've all done it. Maybe. AMC Ape combined now officially lower than 801. Thanks for the buying opportunity. See, the problem is, I know I said lower prices are good, but I also said for good companies, like Fat Man says, buy good companies. Miss you, big man. So yeah, it's like averaging down. Ape daily short interest is going through the roof. Reported short shares since inception. Good choice of words. Total 178.5 million. Okay, total reported short shares since inception. Total 178 million. Okay. Some of those were obviously returned and whatever. Add to those the billions of synthetics we started with. The 47 million plus FTDs, which, according to the data, have been covered largely. Things are fixing to get spicy. Negative spice. Adam Aron is silenced because he has to be. Here we go with this again. Look, once they announce a stock offering to sell shares, they have to have a 30-day silent period to not have undue influence. This is an SEC rule. Adam isn't talking not because he doesn't want to, but because he can't. Well, he never talked before when he could. So why would it be now because he can't? What would he even say? Yeah, we're trying to raise money. No, there are no synthetics. I've told you that 7 times. When someone says they don't care about the money, they just want financial reform, look, ain't this a revolution? Okay? That's it. Double chorus. Became an XXXX hodler today. Boy, that's a hell of a event, circumstance, occasion. OG for 2 years. First time I'm saying this, but AA has to say something. Our 8 feet are getting close to the fire. I want to look at the comments on that, and then I'm gone. So, always a fun time over here on Reddit. Good God. Good fucking God. I just put my own comment on the screen. Yeah, it's getting tired. Antoinette. Antoinette, you're still here? It's late. What are you doing? What can he say that he hasn't already? Wants him to say, oh, my little baby Snookums, don't be scared. My boo-boo bear. Bear? Some people just need constant reassurance to combat their insecurities. Look at that veiled, passive-aggressive shittiness. What did they say? Strongman said this is the most toxic and shitty community. I mean, the fuck? Wow. Probably best he says nothing. He could start by tweeting poop emojis. Yeah, okay. And he's no Ryan Cohen. I think we all want to hear AA express outrage. Excuse me. At what's happening to AMC and Ape. But if he says too much, he could get in trouble for manipulating the stock. Oh, right. But he also said that apes own over 90% of the float, excluding index funds. Just hold and wait for Q3 earnings. Why? Why wait for Q3 fucking earnings? They're going to be shit. I had the box office up a bit ago. Q4 3 will be shit, and I expect the stock to drop even more. I'm looking at a massive loss in my portfolio, but fuck them. They won't have my shares at their price. I mean, they don't need your shares. Like, this has been going on for long enough. People should realize they don't need your shares. If the apes actually own 90% of the float, it would be different. But they don't, so it isn't. Well, if he's trying to sell ape shares to pay off debt, probably best to play nice. Hell, I don't even care anymore about price or what AA says. I'll hold until I have zero or big money. The day by day doesn't matter anymore. The markets will collapse and or get me my money one day. No. That's cool, but I think if you went to zero, you would probably care. I don't get why people say this. I don't either. First time I've agreed with anybody on here. I'm waiting for it to reach minus 100. No, I won't care. I have already written off that money as gone. Okay? Because they are literally retarded and don't think about what they say. It's just posturing. Go read, here it is, right here. Go read the DD again. You'll feel better. I somehow don't believe that. I know the DD like the back of my hand. That's not it. Watching the CU meat needs to be addressed before it goes to ashes. Just asking for something. To be honest, nothing he can say will stop the shorts who will actually just double down until Moass. But see, the problem with the doubling down, the short interest has not doubled. That would be doubling down. The short interest was 18%. It went to 36%. Yeah, you got a doubling down. It moves very little bit, very relatively slowly. So they're not doubling down. They're shorts covering, and other shorts or the same or whatever, re-shorting. So that's not doubling down. I mean, maybe that could be considered double dipping on the shorts. Like, I'm shorting it. I'm covering now. I'm going to short it again because I think it's going to go down more. But that's not doubling down. Doubling down implies you double your position itself without having taken profits in between, which they're doing. We've been saying the same shit for 20 months. If nothing can be said or done, what's the reasoning behind continuing to double down? Okay. Asking this rhetorically as I'm buying more APE and AMC this week for the first time in a while. I'm well aware of the DD2. So here's the thing. Doubling down on shorts or double dipping on shorts, whichever one, that actually could be a profitable trade, probably will be. Doubling down buying APE and AMC, no. Do you need a lollipop, bro? I've been here since January 21st. I'm not leaving because the prophecy that was explained back then is literally unfolding. I hold because I know there's millions of us that hold just like me to better their families' lives, not just buy a new car. Okay, you don't know that. And there is no prophecy. You use the term prophecy talking about a stock. What was that thing that they said? Oh, literally retarded. That's right. I mean, come on. The prophecy that was explained back then is literally unfolding. Okay. AA supports us and has encouraged us. Supports us. Can he do anything about fake shares, corrupt market makers, brokerages, government regulatory agencies? Wow, literally everybody there. No. All he can do is set up his chess pieces to catch those who think they are untouchable, period. If you can't hang, the door is open for you. But if you need hopium, read these comments. My friend, I'm down 90 plus K, so your first king sarcasm is not appreciated, Oats. Seriously, what the fuck is the purpose sending me such bullshit? It's a question, fair question. Thanks, anyways. Multiple that by 2 and feel my pain. Oh, really? They're down 180. Jesus Christ. Jesus motherfucking Christ. I mean, exit liquidity. Still holding, but I'm pissed. Not at an AA necessarily, but just at the unjustness of it all. The unjustness of it all. Wow. What? It's not fair that you made a bad trade. I want blood. I want blood. So here's the thing. You had somebody who posted this. You had this comment here. You have the original poster coming back on him saying, why did you send me such bullshit? You had this comment poster come back and say, whoa, I'm losing twice as much money as you, buddy. You know, like, look, you want to measure him or what? guy stuff. And then this is actually a different person here, some third party, but you know, I want blood, and then me too, god damn it. Like, that brings everybody together around the wanting of blood. This is fucked up. I'm also down 10K. The truth is, these criminals found some way to create infinite synthetics. Last comment. Infinite synthetics, and can get away with it because in a bear market, everybody is worrying about their own ass. Nobody got time to trouble Nobody got time to go through trouble to investigate something the Wall Street don't want them to find out. What? Nothing the bulls can do matters to the price. Oh, this is some defeatism here. Defeatism among the apes. It can't move up if the shorts are still naked shorting. Okay? Ignorance among the apes. We can only wait until the shorts find it attractive to start covering at $6 to $2 range. That's where the original shorts were trapped. What? They are trying very hard to push down to cover. That's not going to be a Moass, though. Like, these people have lost the plot of what a short squeeze is. They've lost the plot. Because of the nature of bear market, more and more people are selling at a rally. We will see lower and weaker rally. No, this is, my friend, this is the concept of, because of the nature of overhead supply, more and more people are selling at a rally. We'll see a lower and weaker rally. Next rally may only get us $10 and start crashing to 3 again, because most people had enough of the criminal behavior. Battling them is heroic but useless. At the end of the day, we have to put our money to safety. It's not safe at all in the stock, and nobody regulate, as we can already tell. So they're basically saying to sell. They have 1 point upvote. I'm surprised they don't have negative upvotes, or downvotes, I guess that would be called. How about the pounce? What's up with the share count results from Ape? We are getting crushed. Well, Lucy. Okay, Lucy, I said that was the last comment. This will be the last comment. He's already told you the share count is finding no irregularities. You're getting crushed? Maybe. And I'm going to end with this because this is this is ridiculous. Maybe it's time. Excuse me. Maybe it's time for the apes, or AMC investors, if you prefer, to consider the fact that their, what did they call it? The prophecy from last year. The prophecy from last year. The prophecy that was explained back then, last January, that's unfolding now, supposedly. Maybe it's time to consider, not even accept, consider the fact that the prophecy that was explained back then, that you think is unfolding now, is false prophecy. It's time to consider that option, because they've blamed everybody else, hedge funds, market makers, exchanges, off exchanges, SEC, FINRA, CFTC for some reason, banks, short sellers in general, YouTubers like me or Marant's Rants that tell it like it is, and other retail investors that don't believe in the prophecy. They have antagonized all of these groups of people. Aron now. They've antagonized all of those groups of people, and it has yielded no improvement. Fundamentally, there's hardly a fundamental case for an even bigger and stronger AMC in the near future. The market's not pricing it for that. Nobody's buying AMC call options. The volume is dried up there. The volume is dried up in the equities stocks themselves, AMC and Ape. Yeah, the only thing left is the apes are wrong. That's the only thing that's left. What else is there left? I mean, differential diagnosis. We went through everything. This channel has gone through every catalyst, every major point of DD, FTDs, delta hedging, to hell and back, and all signs point to the apes are wrong. It's time for them to start And, I don't care. We don't care. But if they want to understand why, which clearly they do, because they're getting crushed, it says here. I heard Cali is sending out stimulus checks again. If I get one, it's going straight into ape stock. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Yeah, good. Great. More money wasted on worthless stocks. I mean, come on. It's time for the apes to consider the possibility that maybe their DD, which is being compared to a prophecy, is flawed. Look into it. It's time for them to look into it because this shit's getting old. I mean, honestly, we could deal with the whatever bullshit, but it's starting to really, I think, become, a terminal cancer on a lot of people. And with that, I'm getting out of here. Guys, thank you for hanging out on a Tuesday night. I appreciate that. We'll catch you later this week after this PPI and CPI stuff comes out and the market does what it's going to do. And we're going to trade it however it is, because that's what you have to do. So after that, till that day comes, we will catch you then. Take care. Be safe. Appreciate you all. Antoinette, Model 3 Dude, Chris, Manny, Bad Back, Shadow Stars, everybody. Thank you. Catch you later. Have a good one. Good night.